Yo, what is up, my gamers in Christ? How are we doing today? Today is the date of February 4th, 2026. I hope we're doing well. I hope we're doing well. I'm a little tired today, I'm not gonna lie to you, but we've got quite a bit to get into, obviously, since we are H3 stands out here. We're going to be watching the Piers Morgan interview with H3. I don't know if we'll watch the full thing, but definitely the bits where H3 is talking. I think there's actually a highlight of it. Like a highlight reel on the subreddit. So we may look into that. We may look into that. But well, at least watch the first little bit. Introduce the characters. Besides that, Epstein news, obviously that is huge right now, but also something I don't see getting a lot of coverage is the impending shutdown for DHS that's coming. Now, everything else is funded, but I think the Democrats need to shut this branch of the government, not branch, but this agency down. I mean, what is DHS thinking with some of these tactics? They need to be reined in, and I'm gonna we need concessions as well. We need some major concessions here. We need masks off. We need body cams on. But that's just to begin with. It needs so much reform. No more sweeping raids. Get that shit out of here, dude. No setting up a fucking entire block. I mean, that is just ridiculous. What are these buffoons thinking? Anyways, I'm gonna share the link. I'm gonna link and upload this. And then we will be getting started. But if you guys are enjoying the stream, please remember to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And if you disagree, feel free to join my Discord. We can have a good faith discussion about any of the topics I cover here today, or the general prompt that Trump is hurting America. I think if you don't think that right now, I hate to say it, but you're wrong, buddy. You're just wrong. I mean, it's hard to deny that he's not. Or hard to deny that he is. Hold on, I'm a little confused with that statement. Give me a sec. It doesn't matter though, because it seems like we've already got the achievement, so let's go, guys. We need to finish Front Mission 4. God, we have if we're not careful, we're gonna get an entire game saga that we're not gonna be able to get to. What's up, Zay 1890? How are you doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. We'll be getting started with the main show here in about 10 minutes. In this first section, I have to get everything ready. I have to share that I am live with all of my fellow gamers out there. I have a variety of Discords that I'm in. I also have to let my main Discord know that I'm live. I've been forgetting about that recently. I know Stream Elements can automate it, but then I'm just gonna be letting the AI take over, and I can't let that happen. I like this music. This is some of my favorite. It's deep, it's mysterious. What's going on? You've got questions, I've got questions. Anyways, I'll turn on the game for you guys so you guys got something to stare at for a little bit. while I get ready. I tell you, I've been playing this game called War Sim. You guys ever heard of War Sim? It's pretty fun. It's pretty enjoyable. You get to create your own kingdom and rule it. It's pretty cool. But it's all text-based, so I don't think it'd be very interesting to watch, unfortunately. Yeah, we're real gamers. We don't just... Why is it there? Why... It will never cease to amaze me what technical difficulties I run into while doing this stream. It really won't. It will never cease to amaze me the technical difficulties I will run into. I'm gonna join my Discord too, real quick. Again, if anybody disagrees with what I'm saying, if you think I'm a propagandist shill, feel free to join the Discord and prove me wrong. I'd love to see the day. So far, I have not been pwned yet, but I know the day's coming. I count my days sparingly, because I know it's coming, guys. When some MAGA super soldier is gonna come through and just destroy all my arguments. Hasn't come yet, but it will. It will. They tell me. Look at this Chad, by the way. I know, pretty cool. Anyways, I'm gonna get the main show started here in a little bit longer. By the way, guys, thank you guys so much for liking the stream. It means a lot to me. If you guys are enjoying the stream and you're not subscribed already, might as well hit that sub button, dog. I mean, might as well, right? I think it's a good idea. But I may be a bit biased. I won't lie. I won't lie. I'm turning the music down just a little bit. I'm a little biased. But, I think it's an amazing deal. I really do. Alright. Anyways. Let's see. Is there anything else I need to get started here? I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. I'll be making a new screen once I hit 500 subs. We'll get a new screen on here. And so I've been thinking of designs for that, but that's more behind the scenes than I'm sure you guys need. I'm sure you guys even care about. You know what I'm saying? You guys are here to see the groundbreaking news, the groundbreaking commentary from me. I mean, come on. So I think we should just get started here. Turn off the music. I like that little piano. That's pretty cool. Anyways, thank you guys so much for reacting, liking. It really boosts the channel and gets the lib message out there. I try to do a show every day where I talk about the news and politics, and here soon I hope to be doing it in horizontal and vertical. It's coming after a long awaited stream. It will be coming. I'm telling you guys. So anyways, to begin with, we have our absolute Chad, this hunk. I mean, good luck if you're walking down the street with your girl and this man walks by, this absolute lib Chad. I mean, it's over. It's absolutely over. So we're going to be hearing a little bit from BTC about, I don't know what this breaking explosive revelation from the Epstein files that stuns everybody is about, but I know that BTC delivers. So if you guys aren't already, by the way, go sub to BTC, Brian Tyler Cohen.
From the Epstein files makes national news, and I've got 4 interviews: Ro Khanna, Don Lemon, Dan Pfeiffer, and Mark Warner. I'm Brian Tyler Cohen, and you're watching No Lie. So we have got an explosive new revelation from the Epstein files.
Okay, this is what I wanted to... Okay, this is an hour long. Okay, hold on. Didn't realize it was this long. But, I do just want to hear this.
I want to set the stage because just days ago, the Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche offered up this insane announcement about Epstein's co-conspirators or lack thereof.
We said in July, and it remains as true today as it was in July, if we had information, we meaning the Department of Justice, about men who abused women, we would
Trump is helping America, says Biotech Hick. Well, I totally disagree with you, Biotech. How is he helping America? If anything, he's driving a wedge between Republicans and Democrats. He is funding a program with the Big Beautiful Bill, a agency rather, that is terrorizing Americans right now. And they even agree. I mean, Trump even agrees with me on that almost. He won't say it because he's such a selfish loser, but he even agrees that ICE has gone way too far. How else is he hurting America? He put up a giant trade wall with the entire world, which ground our economy to a damn near standstill. We're hemorrhaging jobs right now. I mean, I don't see how Trump is helping America. His divisive language makes us all on edge and feeling as though we can't trust our fellow neighbor if they're not the right party. I mean, what is this? It's ridiculousness is what it is. It's an idiot. I have no idea. What's cracking? Hey, what's up, Chad? How we doing today, man? Right now we're watching Brian Tyler Cohen, but after that, we've got a special with our boy EK, Ethan Klein, on Piers Morgan. I love Ethan Klein, I won't lie. I don't hide my support for the Ethan. I'm an Ethan Kleiner, an Ela Kleiner, and a Fupa Troopa all the way through. So, Fupa Trooper. His tariffs are bringing billions to America. Billions. Well, number one, he said it'd bring trillions with a T, not a B. But those billions come from the American consumer. So it's a bit of a roundabout way for Americans to make money. It's like if I put like a sack of gold on my desk here and then leave, and then somebody takes that sack of gold and then gives it back to me. It's like, oh, well, thank you. But it's also like missing like 15 pence worth of gold. It's like, oh, well, shit. Trump is definitely a badass. No, he's not. Bro, hold on. Let me show you something, my friend. Let me bring you into the light. I don't know what they were doing at the cloning facilities on this day, but Jesus Christ, it's Darth Sidious. It's Darth Sidious, ladies and gentlemen. Not actually, you should research it more. My friend, the tariffs are paid by the American the American consumer. You don't understand how tariffs work, and I understand that you've been inundated with a host of right-wing media, but you're gonna have to, talk facts with facts. That is a stroke, my guy. Oh, there's an even worse one. Oh my God. It's Darth Sidious. Luke, join the dark side. Luke, join the dark side, Luke. I swear, Luke. You'll have a real good time on Epstein Island, Luke, if you just come to the right side. Shut you, Billy Bob Jack, that ass self up, dude. You don't know shit from apples. I feel like I do pretty good on a shit for apple test, but, you know, your opinion is your opinion, man. All I'm saying is this man looks like he's trying to he's trying to rule the empire. You know what I'm saying? God. Luke. I'm sorry, I just love a Darth Sidious Trump. It's just fun. Luke, come to the island, Luke. Anyways.
Them, right? We talked about the work that we're doing. That's why I said that. I said this earlier. There's this built-in assumption that somehow there's this hidden tranche of information of men that we know about that we're covering up or that we're choosing not to prosecute. That is not the case. I don't know whether there are men out there.
Another little boy talking LGBT. What happened? Donald touched you up? Well, luckily I wasn't one of his victims, but unfortunately he has touched up a large majority of women, and that's what we're coming to find out in the Epstein files. Trump is doing great. Bro, you haven't brought me anything Trump is doing well on. I've completely destroyed you on the tariffs. I mean, what's going on? Hello, I'm gonna go back to sleep. Good luck. Don't worry, Bill. I believe we'll get through this. You talking LGBT? I like that sandwich.
Abuse these women. If we learn about information and evidence that allows us to prosecute them, you better believe we will. But I don't think that the public or you all are going
not
to
women.
uncover
Trump touched girls.
Within the Epstein
that's the
files
issue.
that abuse women.
Yeah.
So that's it.
He did do that. But here in the country, we do it. Okay, I can't even get that gross. Sorry, guys.
Sex trafficking ring where the more than 1,000 girls got trafficked nowhere to no one.
Yeah, this is something else. This is a point I like to bring up. Like, these people are like, oh, who cares about the Epstein files? But it's like, oh, so you just don't care about the largest sex trafficking ring in American history. You just don't care about that. Have you seen the journals they released in the files? I have a feeling this is what Brian is going to be talking about. I just want to see his bit about the Epstein files. Oh, damn. Looks like he's got a bit with Ro Khanna. But if not, I'd honestly love to... Well, I wouldn't love, but I'd be interested to look into them. If anybody's got a link or
Which
anything.
is convenient if you're looking to, I don't know, cover for your friends who may also be implicated in the Epstein files. Well, it turns out that at least...
By the way, if you guys have any links you want to share, join my Discord and send them in stream suggestions, and I'll bring them up on here.
The documents that was just released as part of this latest tranche poses quite a problem for Todd Blanche and his narrative. The document reads, quote, "From redacted to Jeffrey Epstein, thank you for a
Oh no, these are just emails.
fun night. Your littlest girl was a little naughty."
Ah! Dude, what the ah!
So
why are they doing from? Yeah, dude, we should fucking know who that man is. Who is that? Ah! That made my skin crawl.
Jeffrey Epstein, thank you for a fun night. Your littlest girl was a little naughty. So I'm sorry, but if you're Todd Blanche, how do you...
Why did they redact that name? That's insane, dude. Hold on. That is insane. I honestly might be interested in hearing from Ro Khanna a little bit, because... Whoa! Honestly, I can stream pretty late tonight, too. I work at 3, so... 3 p.m. tomorrow, so... I did, dude. You didn't destroy on the tariffs. You don't understand how it works, obviously. Hold on. Hold on. Are you denying that the American consumer pays the tariff? Are you denying that? And his no tax on tips, well, it's no tax on tips to a certain point, and then you do get taxed. And it's no taxes on overtime. It's very much the same deal. He's cleaning up corruption from the previous administration. You want a video on them or the Epstein file names? Honestly, I'll take both, dude. I'll take I'll take both if you want, Chad. Thanks so much, man. We need to have mod elections here soon because there are some very good potential mods we have in our chat. Chad is one of them. I'll tell you that much right now. He's in the running. He always is able to catch my evening streams, and I very much appreciate that, man. He's a true soldier out there on the front lines of the shrimp wars. And they are brutal sometimes. Anyways. I am going to continue with BTC here. Venezuelan brought billions in oil? Okay, yes, he raided, he pillaged a couple tankers. Congratulations. Pirates did that in the fucking 1800s, man. I'm sorry, but he's not really moving the goalpost.
Square your comment that no one else is involved and that we shouldn't expect any more prosecutions from the DOJ.
Yarg, I'm Trump.
And why on God's
Trump is
green earth
hurting
that-
liberals? Well, I think your attitude is a little... I think that is honestly something else that contributes to America being in the state it is right now, because I don't shit on like normal moderate Republicans. I think they're fine. I think for our country to function, we have to have two proper working problems. Two proper working parties. The issue is the Republican Party is not functioning right now. It's not a big tent party where people are allowed to have different ideals from the leader. If you ain't Trump, you're out of there. It's a one-person party. It is a Trump party. To whereas on the Democrat side, we have hundreds of great leaders. So I'm sorry, but well, maybe hundreds is a little much. We have tens. We have tens of great leaders. You can do like 90, yeah. Dems are? Please. Says, Daddy Life for Life. What an interesting name. How did you come up with that name? I'd love to know. It's interesting, right? But anyways, Trump, to continue on, Trump is hurting America, my friend. He is constantly destroying our world image on the stage of NATO and the UN. 'Cause you're all screwed up in the head. See, I think that's an issue when you think the entire political party that isn't yours is the problem. You really have very little somethings. You can't defend yourself? How can I not defend myself? I'm doing just fine against you. That was a joke. Democrats have great leaders. Way better than your frumpy dumpy Sith Lord over here. Way better than your frumpy dumpy Sith Lord. Trump wishes he could keep up with Gavin Newsom. He wishes he could keep up with the tenure of someone like Mark Kelly. See ya. Go back to school, guy. Well, I think you might need to do that because you don't understand how tariffs work. But that's okay. Not a lot of people do. You say the same thing 8 did. Well, what I will say is I'm not nearly as aggressive with the right as some of my compatriots. I mean, truly, I mean that. People like Dean and Parker, I love what they do. I really respect it. But I'm not nearly as combative as some people like them. I want to have an open conversation and show you why I believe what I believe. And look at this, you know, Daddies for Life is giving a perfect example. Sorry, I didn't realize you were a R word. You know, it's just kind of sad that you guys, instead of actually having a conversation, you just want to insult people. I think that's sad. And he's still your daddy? I mean, he's my president. He's definitely not my daddy. I'm sorry you guys have a problem. Like constantly sexualizing all of your political topics. I don't know what's up with that. But you should probably look into that, you know? Might be something. It's a Freudian thing, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what's going on there. Anyways, I'm going to continue on seeing how your guy is all over these files. I mean, mentioned over 1,000 times. That's a rare honor in the Epstein files. I don't even know if Epstein himself is mentioned that many times.
Name redacted. I'm assuming that it wasn't a victim who wrote to Jeffrey Epstein that his littlest girl was a little naughty. So if someone can explain why the DOJ is acting as the person...
That's the left? What are you talking about? The left is not the one using divisive language. That's Donald Trump and the right. The right is calling our protesters who get shot in the street domestic terrorists. Come on, dude. At least get it with reality. Bro, men and women, see, look at this. They just want to talk about the culture war instead of actually talking about real issues. I get it. 2024 was your favorite time to be alive, man. Get with the program. It's 2026, 2 years later, and your guy is all over the Epstein files. Why don't we talk about the rich and powerful pedophiles? Why do you guys want to talk about pedophiles that may not even exist, that don't even exist, to be quite honest? There's no data to support what you believe. Why don't you want to talk about the pedophiles in power? I think it's because you're scared. And I think that's sad because you are holding America behind by denying these Epstein files and denying the American public the right to see what these disgusting fucking men did to these women.
Attorney for Epstein's co-conspirators? I'm all ears. In fact, while this one document debunks Todd Blanche's statement unto itself, it's not even necessary, because back in December, an email was released that explicitly mentioned the existence of co-conspirators in, again, opposition to what Todd Blanche is saying today. The contents of that email read, in part, quote, "Good morning, ASC. Redacted is requesting an update on..."
So are you okay? I want to know, Maggot, in my chat. Are you okay with all these co-conspirators being redacted? Because to me, it sounds like you are. Pull up the latest video by Port Bram put out on YouTube. Oh, bet. Sorry, did you send... Okay, bet. My bad. Let me look it up here. Protraband. Oh, dude. Benny fucking put out a real shitter of an AI video. I'm so excited to watch him. Benny's featured in the H3 Piers Morgan segment, actually. I'm actually really excited for that. The Darkest New Epstein Files. Hold on. Protobrand. Diary. Let's look into this. Oh, he's just going through the videos. Honestly, this might be a good... I'm honestly thinking about doing this myself. Going through all the data sets with you guys. God, it'd be really disgusting though, bro. I mean, this man is sick. All right, let's if this is the wrong video, let me know. It looks like this is the one it's serving up, though.
The 10 co-conspirators by close of business today. Can you tell us how many have been located, interviewed, served with grand jury subpoenas? I believe the breakdown was 5 in New York, 1 in North Carolina, 1 in Boston, and 3 in Florida. Please let me know if you need anything from us. Thank you. Redacted, violent crime section, crimes against children, human
But
trafficking.
isn't it funny how quickly the worm turned for the Republicans? They were so righteous in their damnation of the trans community. So righteous. We're protecting the children. And now that actual children, okay, bet. I'll watch it. It sounds sick. But the fact that now they are protecting the very people who we know have abused children. Now they're quiet. Interesting. Interested in football that rather than what's happening in their country. And they were not women, they were children. Yeah, I agree. They were children. I apologize if I said women. My bad. Girls, I guess.
The response email reads, quote, of the 10 co-conspirators, 3 have been located in Florida and served grand jury subpoenas. 1 in Boston, 1 in New York City, and 1 in Connecticut were located
Alright, I
and
gotta
served.
collect some
4 of the 10
fucking
are outstanding
flowers,
with attempts
dude.
having been made. 1 is a wealthy businessman in Ohio. A lead is being sent to CV. The remaining 3 are currently out of pocket. The team, 8 SAs, TFOs, 2 U.S. attorneys, is flying out tonight, tomorrow to various locations in Florida.
But I do agree, Lee, funny name. But I do agree that we do play team sports too much. I just see it happen a lot less on the Democratic side than the Republican side. I mean, you saw during the shutdown, Hakeem Jeffries was on the steps every day saying, Mike, we will work with you. Just bring the House back in session and let's get this shit done. And what did Mike Johnson do? No. I mean, that's not good for our democracy, man. And so I do agree with you. I just see it happen a lot more on the Republican side, which is a shame because if we had 2 functioning parties right now, our country would be unstoppable. We would be doing so well. But unfortunately, we don't have a functioning party right now. The Democrats are working well, and you see that with our wealth of good leaders. But the Republicans are not. You see people like Thomas Massie, like MTG, instead of being respected for their opinion, get ousted and hated on. I mean, Donald Trump called Thomas Massie a rhino. Thomas Massie. Come on, dude. Get real. Trump #1.
25 victims. The 1-800-CALL FBI line is
Says
running. We have
Triogi.
received approximately
What's up,
45
man?
calls,
Good to see
which
you
we're in the
here
process
again.
of vetting out. Let me know if you need anything else, Sean. So, I'm sorry, but what are we doing here? Why is the DOJ now making sweeping proclamations that nobody else is involved when there are emails like this by prosecutors, who, by the way, are usually circumspect enough not to admit to the existence of co-conspirators in writing if they don't exist? If there are emails from some redacted name thanking Jeffrey Epstein for a good time from his littlest girl, at some point,
that's
the
just
cover-up
disgusting,
becomes
bro.
so apparent that it's hard not to believe that the Justice Department is
Thank you
working on
guys so
Epstein's
much for the
behalf and
likes.
spitting in
If
the
you
faces of
guys aren't
survivors who
subscribed
they
already,
claim to
I
care
highly
about.
recommend
So look,
it because I do a show every day where I talk about the news and politics. And we do a little gaming out here. Right now I'm playing Morrowind. Shout out to Morrowind. It's an amazing game. And if you haven't played it, I highly recommend you do because you will have a +5 charisma stat. And that's actually really good if you want to rizz up the ladies or the guys. The one email makes Cash guilty of perjury. He lied to Congress. Well, I think all of these guys are guilty of fucking lying to Congress, to be quite honest. I mean, they know what's in these files. And I think Pam Bondi is very culpable. And I, to an extent, kind of feel bad for her because she's been handed a bunch of shit she just knows she can't do. I wish she was honest with the American public and said, you know, I can't do some of this in the amount of time but instead she just has to put on the shit-eating grin. Yep, I'm gonna do it. It's like, come on, be honest with the American people. Still gay AF, goofy AF. Dude, that's an amazing comeback. I didn't really think about that. Damn. Hell yeah, bro. Well, something tells me you're enjoying the sound of my voice because you've been on here for a while, man. Anyways.
If Trump's DOJ wants to continue engaging in the
MAGA's blatant homoeroticism aside, let's continue.
this farce, that's their prerogative. But they're losing their base, they're losing the country, and frankly, they are losing the plot. The federal government is supposed to bring the pedophiles to justice, not protect them from it. But apparently, that's not the priority of Donald Trump or any of his other accessories after the fact. Next up are my interviews with Ro Khanna, Don Lemon, Dan Pfeiffer, and Mark Warner.
Oh God, notorious evil agent Don Lemon. Oh God. Didn't that man commit a terrorism? Didn't he commit a terrorism? I think Don Lemon is innocent as hell. I don't know about those protesters, but I think Don Lemon is in the clear. But I honestly do want to watch his Ro Khanna interview, but we were sent a video by our amazing member Chad here, so let's get to watching it. Yeah, Antichrist Lemon out here. Whoa, watch out, guys. Don Lemon, didn't he kill 1,000 virgins to bring about the apocalypse? That Don Lemon? Oh, God.
What's going on, boys? Welcome back to the channel. We are going to dive right in to the actual Epstein files themselves. So no Twitter screenshots that may or may not be real. We are just going to scroll through it ourselves and see what we can find. So we are right here, justice.gov, the disclaimer, and last updated the 3rd of February today, actually. So
by the way, we're watching a video by Protobrand. Protraband? Go check them out if you guys aren't subscribed already. Or at least watch this video. I don't know about any of their other content, but they seem like cool people. I like their voice.
Of age or older we are, so let's dive in. Okay. Search it. Well, we have to search. DOJ disclosures.
Well,
okay.
Interestingly enough, this should have been it needed to be a searchable database. That's what the law requires, is that it is a searchable database. And I don't know if you guys have been to the DOJ's website, but that shit is anything but searchable. Finally, some willows. We've been needing some willows and some black anther. Okay. Give me some of that black anther. Thank you.
Okay, data set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm assuming 12 is the newest. Let's go to data set 12.
And people wonder why I say African American instead of black. It's right there, because do you hear how I sound when I say black? Do you hear that? That is, that must be some super racist ancestor of mine coming out and imbuing my my vocals with just, I don't know where it comes from. Black. So that's why I say African American. I think it's much more appropriate. Somali American. You know? I think you just take whatever their ethnicity is and put American in front of it. And I like it. It's a shitty search, no previews, like 2001 search capabilities. Yeah, dude, it's embarrassing.
Oh my goodness.
And back on my original point.
Okay, here we go. Notes: trafficking 2023 612. Call with Jeanne Christensen, Southern District of New York, I believe. Relayed that we understand that minor victim was interviewed by SDNY. JC indicated that DANY seemed interested in passing case because sex trafficking of minor occurred in New York approximately twice, and remainder of trafficking occurred in Florida and USVI. Interesting.
Damn, I do think it's interesting, right? It's interesting that we hear a lot about Jeffrey Epstein's activities taking places obviously at the island, but he frequents New York and Florida a lot. And guys, I don't know if I have to tell you, but those two states happen to be something of a stomping ground for our dear president in charge. Something of a place he enjoys at the very least. Those two places. So who knows, you know? I'm not saying that's obviously not evidence or anything. I just keep that in the back of your head. You know what I mean? Interesting. Florida, New York seem to be a place he enjoys. Trump is on the Epstein list. Yes, he is. He is mentioned over 1,000 times, actually, believe it or not. 1,000 times. I mean, that's, I don't know how many other people. Bill Clinton, maybe? He's mentioned a lot there, too. But notice, I can say that about Bill Clinton, because I don't give a fuck. If he touched fucking little girls, he should be in prison. But unfortunately, the right cannot do the same with Donald Trump. I hope for the day they can, but right now they're not able to. We're hoping to bring them to a point where they can admit that they can admit it, but we're just not there yet. We're trying though. And with every sub we get closer to being able to bring them to the light.
See what else is around that kind of time period. Let's go one before, actually. Leon Black, additional HT subject referral regarding Leon Black. So, okay. So they're trying to figure out who is possibly pursuing this case. Regarding the minor victim. Who's Leon Black? I guess let's go back one more. Where were we at here? 77? Let's go to 75. So she sent this to somebody. It says, in case you have not heard, it has been discovered that Leon Black paid $62.5 million to USVI. This does not include payments of money to individual women. It's outrageous that criminal charges have not been brought.
Dude, he's gonna kill him.
One lawyer represents 10 women.
Get back, you foul beast.
I don't know if we can say that on YouTube.
What so many Americans do not understand, Epstein was a Democrat. Well, he seemed to be very interested in getting Republicans to win. What so many Americans do not understand is that would have been paying attention to Trump behavior is that Trump does not recognize any rules but his own. You can't depend on the law. Well, I think that's disgusting of a president not to respect the rules of our democracy. And so he should be held accountable when these midterms come. Trump has been absolved. Oh my God. No, he hasn't. He's been absolved by one woman who killed herself. I'm sorry, dude, but you're going to need more more evidence than just that Trump was a angel in all of this. And it needs to be able to counteract all the evidence that we do have that Donald Trump was a weirdo.
Settles with U.S. Virgin Islands over Epstein probe. I hope that your office is going to take a hard look.
All right. So he said it,
On X date.
Oh.
What is this? I guess we'll read it. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to just say, probably sensitive content ahead. I don't think there's anything explicit in here, but I can tell this is going to be a little bit disturbing.
No, don't do
So,
that.
It says to send you away and take away your life, ticking time,
No!
schedules, and waiving all my absent days to fit the scheduling of vile men was worth
He
it.
doesn't care what
No,
you
do not
think.
answer that. I know I never have
Well,
been.
I know he doesn't care, and I think that's repugnant.
I will never be able to forgive myself for not being able to tell you what Miss Vicky does.
Yeah, these guys, okay, here's what people like Biotech Hick and all the MAGA in my chant want. They want a rape kit. They want a rape kit with Donald Trump's DNA. And if they don't have a rape kit with Donald Trump's DNA, they're not going to believe them. You couldn't even show them a video that they would believe because they would just say it's AI. They want a rape kit. What evidence? Well, looks like he's going to get into some evidence here. But we can bring up evidence after evidence. It doesn't matter to you guys. You guys want a rape kit. And if you don't have anything but 1,000% that he was, if you don't have his DNA, you're not going to believe it, man. You want a rape kit, and I think that's disgusting that you won't believe anybody.
Does and what really
You won't
happened
believe
for,
tips.
in
You won't
California.
believe testimony. You won't believe indictments. You won't believe convictions. You don't care, dude. And I think that's so fucking sad.
Yeah. I hope you don't ever meet Fat Pig Weinstein or the rest. It doesn't matter how far away you are, no matter how good you think you are. Even the old president, they will get you. He should have been thinking of Chelsea. Gross. In a plane, on a yacht in New York, in D.C., at the Vineyard, on the island, in Palm Beach. It doesn't matter. Disgusting pigs like Alan Dershowitz and Mr. Carruthers and even Mr. Islam will hurt you,
Whoa.
especially if Ghislaine is busy or not with you. I feel broken and exhausted. I am so sick and tired of this twisted game that is causing such physical and emotional pain. These pigs who call themselves smart and talk about Harvard act worse than animals. They make
Jesus,
a bad name
these
for
guys are
animals, just
kinda
like you said.
dangerous.
Mr. Sauerkraut, Krause, and
These
Martin
little
Minsky are gross, but I
velociraptors.
felt sort of sorry for Mr. Novak. He was as uncomfortable as me. Ivy League schools do not equal smart or good.
Trump is reading the script given to him. Honestly, at this point, it kind of feels like it. Yeah, but there's been so much stuff to come out about Donald Trump. You guys, will never be convinced that Donald Trump is in this. I think I can convince you not to vote for Donald Trump, but this is something you guys will never be convinced of. Because, we've seen it. We've seen it. That dino kicking ass. Novak, I see what you did there. I love to be used as a human toilet. That's, not good. Unless, you're doing it healthily, I guess. I don't know, man. What people get up to in their own time isn't of my
Good.
concern.
Seems more like trash, yucky, but they can't behave. The disgusting Mr. Staley, if anyone ever calls me Tinkerbell again, I will lose my mind. He left bloody marks on my arms from his belt and thought that he had the right to call me that when he has ears as big as Dumbo. I should have called him that in return. You've been a very, very naughty girl. I think I'm going to break. Why would they all allow Mr. Leonsis wait this long? Why would he bring a friend and make a video? I'm so broken and the procedure was so painful and blood all over the
God.
sheets. I can't play this game anymore. I have to ask Elaine for help. If anyone can make it stop, it would be her. She was so scared because I got so sick and was burning up with a fever. She put me in freezing cold shower. I can't do this. Mr. Rails and Mr.
So,
Ian,
who is this a journal of?
blood on
Oh,
their
God.
hands,
We
but
can't
so
do
does
two at a
Jeffrey
time.
and Mr. Jacobson, Mr. Conway,
Maybe I
Mr.
can.
Vradenberg, and Bills. All of
You
them
just gotta
don't care
believe
if
in
this
yourself.
happens.
Oh, never mind.
The game stopped, but not in a way I thought. I did not have to go with anyone except Jeffrey.
I want to beat these guys.
And now he and Ghislaine are fighting because I am now over 20 weeks with a baby we are certain is.
Whoa! Okay, this is... Whoa, okay. Now I understand what this is. Whoa! How, this is some truly disgusting shit right here. Whoa. No, this is a journal of an Epstein victim. Not a journal stolen by Republicans to paint Joe Biden in a bad light.
His, and I had to go to the Bahamas like this, and for some reason no plan has been made because he does not want a procedure.
How did he play us liberals? How did he play us liberals? It's full of Dems and lib celebrities mostly. Bullshit. Howard Lutnick, Steve Bannon, Donald J. fucking Trump. Don't you come at me with this bullshit. You're embarrassing, Jim West, UK. If that's what you believe. Full of Dems and liberals. Dems like Bill Clinton? Who gives a fuck? Send him to The Hague for all I care. Jesus, you're embarrassing. Instead of looking at the people who are literally in front of you, you choose to look behind them for people that you don't like more. Embarrassing.
And she does, and I'm certain this is time critical, but they won't stop fighting. I do not want to be.
Now, MAGA, listen to this and know that Donald Trump was best friends with Epstein. He can lie all he wants, but the evidence is clear, ladies and gentlemen.
For the rest of my life, playing the piano well is not a good reason to think someone has good genes or should have a baby. What about Ghislaine? I am too young and he is too old. Why is no one doing anything? I don't understand. I don't want this. I don't want another painful procedure, but I do not want this. Under clippings of AOL, stay alert. That company does not protect kids. They use it to find.
I'm 82 years old, and that fucking amoral Ignis first appeared on my radar in the early 1970s. I've watched him get more and more evil. Nothing he does surprises me. Well, hey, number one, thanks for keeping up the fight, brother. We need everybody from all ages, so I appreciate it. But, yeah, I mean, Donald Trump has been, and when you find out about things that Donald Trump has done, it does surprise you that some of these things aren't more well known. You know? His father was convicted for not allowing black people to rent homes. It's pretty horrible, dude. But then they'll be, oh, the cope is, you're just saying, you know, what his dad doesn't do. What his dad does doesn't mean
They are
he...
everywhere. I cannot escape. That's kind of weird. You guys remember those discs that would get sent out with the AOL? Blank glued 2 photos of girls she was there with. The white female on the left side of the page. Blank says they talked about ballet because Blank danced on Point ballet shoes, and so did this girl. She says sometimes they called her by 2 names. She thinks it was blank blank, but is not absolutely certain. She was just sometimes called blank or blank, but blank is not sure how it was spelled. The girl on the right side of the page, Blank says, was insanely beautiful and exotic looking.
Trump is saving America. He's getting all the LGBTs out. Yeehaw! All right, well, it's interesting you're willing to trade your democracy for whatever wins you think you're getting. But he's also a PDF file. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't want a PDF file being known as the savior of America. That's just, that's a personal thing, man. I'm going to be honest. Hold on, I gotta save this guy's friend. I think I already saved him, but... Or, I think he's dead. I didn't save his friend, but... What can you do? What can you do?
Name sounded foreign, and Blank said it was a peculiar name. She would not even guess how to say or spell it. She did not believe this girl was foreign because she spoke like an average American girl. I guess we can go back here and kind of see what the context for this is on 65. When there's big jumps in numbers, I feel like we're unlikely to see something related, but just give it a try. Oh, okay. Wow. So here's something. It looks like a kid's notebook to me. Old enough to drive. Young to
Oh
fun.
my
Happy
god,
birthday.
bro. What?
Don't know what those names are. Okay. I think this is what we just saw. Maybe scanned, maybe not. Significant ugly duckling was obviously going to be a swan.
I mean, this
Hey
is
guys,
some
here's our
dark stuff right here. I think we've got more to talk about on the show, but I think we're going to do another Epstein Files Unlocked episode. I think it's time. This Thursday. Or no, Friday. Actually, maybe Saturday. I have a date planned on Friday, and I don't think the Epstein Files is an amazing thing to prep with. So we will do it Friday.
not sure what this
Or
is
Saturday.
a picture of.
Oops.
Oh my
All right.
gosh.
Anyways, shout out to Protraband. He is going over those files, and he is making sure they are looked through properly. Anyways, longtime gamer Ethan Klein was on the Piers Morgan show, and I think he did a very good job on memeing on these people. He displays very heavy duty. Thank you for sharing the vid. Yeah, he seems very cool. I'm going to check him out a little more. Maybe I'll even reach out. Seems like a cool guy. Yeah, the evidence is there, but the action is not. Fred and Donald were working to keep anyone not white out of their building. I think 1971, this bastard had paid fines to avoid convictions. Yeah, dude, it's fucking... If you look back on the history of just the Trump family, they're scumbags, dude. They're scummy landlords, bro. Who the fuck loves landlords? How did you get a date? I can't because all girls turned gay. Well, I am good at... You know what? I'll just say I'm very mature for my age, you know? And I'll leave it at that.
Treated differently in this country, I think you'd be having a very different conversation.
That sounds a little weird, but anyways,
Fuentes stormed into a synagogue.
My advice to
that's
you
why
is
you don't talk about your dating life on YouTube. You know what I mean? Unlike Donald Trump, I'm personally into older women, and so I you know, that's just me, though.
Stop being a Donald Trump cock.
This is the overcriminalization of fundamental freedoms in America.
You were
Protect
sentenced
freedoms.
to 14 years.
Bro, he memes on him so good. And Ethan Klein displays perfectly why I think you just meme on these motherfuckers. They're extremists. Don't take them seriously. Their ideas aren't serious. Someone like Benny Johnson, I personally don't believe Benny Johnson believes a word he fucking says, okay? I truly don't. He is the fakest human in the world. And so you just got to meme on them. Don't take them seriously. Don't do that. That's what they want. The very ideas they bring forth aren't serious. So why treat them as if they are?
For attempting to sell a Senate seat.
Read the case.
Were you in prison? Were you found guilty of corruption? I want to say fuck
Yeah.
ICE.
It's not the Grammys where you all queue up to say fuck ICE.
What did Dan Bongino do about it? What did Kash Patel do about it? Well, they
Oh, sorry.
say that Jeffrey Epstein killed himself. There's nothing to see here.
That evil son of a bitch should be in prison right now.
Powerful people. They can get away with anything. Found out Saturday that I'm actually in the files.
What a way to start off. Piers Morgan. I don't watch him I don't watch him a lot on this channel, but I do enjoy his political blood sports. It's pretty great. Like, what could that possibly mean?
Two wrongs don't make a right. It's something we learn at the age of 5, but many recent controversies engulfing the Trump administration have been caused in part by repeating the mistakes which helped them to get elected. There's an overused George Orwell line from 1984, which is, again, turning up everywhere. The party told you to reject the evidence of your eyes and ears, it says. It was their final, most essential command.
God, Pierce, I want to like you, man. I really do. But, like, we told you this was going to happen. That's what's we told you that this is how the Trump regime acts, and you guys kind of ignored us. So, while I appreciate the sympathy, it's hard to... It's hard to shed a tear.
Pundits saying it about Joe Biden's team, as they called him a super fit Mensa genius with 100 years to live. Now it's all over liberal.
I mean, he fucking kicked cancer's ass. So, like that right there, Biden kicked cancer's ass. He wasn't good on stage for one debate, and now people treat him like he was just mentally gone, like he's gone. No, someone mentally gone is how Trump is fucking acting. Iceland? No, Greenland? It's one of the lands. It's one of them. I don't know which one, but it is.
Because of the Epstein files.
Can't I just have them both?
Disastrous effort to smear Alex Pretty and Rene Good. It was wrong for Biden to claim his opponents were all dangerous domestic terrorists. It's now wrong to make the same claim about everyone protesting against ICE. And the same goes for the many people using gleeful whataboutery to defend the prosecution of Don Lemon. What about the conservative journalists who were arrested?
Don Lemon, the domestic... You mean Don... Well, I don't know why they didn't lock him up sooner. I mean, Don Lemon, the infamous domestic terrorist? I mean, these people are... They do it to themselves, to be quite honest. Aspect of the cesspool is that Dumped still has 36 support. That represents millions of Americans. That is frightening. Well, I think that these people do not like to admit when they are wrong. And I understand that. I have that. Who likes to admit when they're wrong? You know what I mean? It's just a common thing. So I think the way you convince these people is you personalize the politic to them. Tell them exactly how their life is being hurt by Donald Trump. And you can point to a lot of things, increasing prices due to the tariffs. You know, it's very easy to show why Donald Trump is bad for America and why they're hurting it. It's perfectly normal to have speech to meet gazing Arnold Palmer. On meet gazing Arnold Palmer. They're dug in too deeps. I don't know. I think you can convince them at the end of the day. I watched Wyatt's live, but just stop that. Now what? Well, right now we're reacting to the H3 Piers Morgan segments. So I'm actually very excited to watch this with you guys. We'll probably just skip around to the parts H3 and maybe Benny Johnson talks, because H3 and Benny are they're our boys. Longtime friend of the show, Benny Johnson. I'll be honest, when I first started this stream, I barely knew who fucking Benny Johnson was. But I'm so glad we've been acquainted. Have you not seen his speech talking about Arnold Palmer's hog? Biden's? Or, Trump's? I mean, either one is applicable. Who knew? Who knows? Maybe Arnold Palmer had a fucking gigantic cock. I mean, if you've got a hammer that is legendary, I expect my friends to talk about it in the future.
The 6th. What about the protesters
No,
who were
Trump.
convicted for praying at an abortion
Well,
clinic?
no, I didn't see that, but that's very funny. I'm okay. You know what? If that was all Trump did, I'd be like, oh, congratulations, man. You're keeping your friends on it, legacy alive. I don't know. Trump said it in a speech. That's just fucking insane, to be honest. But, I mean, like, not memeing on it, if he was just like, I gotta see the speech. I gotta see the speech. Send it in stream suggestions if you're in the Discord. I don't know what that could mean.
What about the lawfare against President Trump? Yes, that was wrong. That doesn't make it right to do it all again. Not least because it will, as it did before.
And this is such bullshit. It's like, what are... A bipartisan investigation found that motherfucker guilty of so much shit, and yet they have to be like, lawfare was used against him. No, dude, the law caught up with him. I understand it's hard to keep up with all of Trump's BS. Dude, it is. He hasn't been in the press recently much, honestly. I've noticed that he has taken a bit of a step away. Maybe that's just me, but I have noticed. He is not nearly as gung-ho as he was in the beginning of all of this.
Inevitably backfire. America's getting trapped in a
By the way,
vicious
if you guys
circle.
are enjoying the stream, please remember to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Gets me boosted out there in the algorithm.
Started by Biden, in which presidents take 4-year turns in executing revenge and pardoning their mates because the other guy did it first. This won't end well. There's a simple way to break the cycle, and we also learn that when we're 5 years old. It's remembering the difference between right and wrong. Well, joining me to discuss all of this is Brian Shapiro, host of Pushing the Limits, the former Illinois governor, Rod Blagojevich, the host of the H3 podcast, Ethan Klein.
Woo! Let's...
And
I love Ethan, bro. Oh, look at this dumpy fuck. Look at this dumpy.
the host of the H3
Look at that guy.
Pushing the Limits, the former Illinois governor.
No way does this. Why is his eyes so deep set? Why are they so deep set right now? Is there some deep set ass eyes? By the way, if you guys are enjoying the stream, please remember to like and subscribe. I see we just got a recent dump of viewers, so I just want to remind everybody that I am live every day. I do a stream where I talk about news and politics. And remember to give it a like. And if you guys, by the way, if you guys disagree with me, feel free to join the Discord and truly school me. No Trumper has been able to do it yet. So claim your title as the MAGA that destroyed. That guy doesn't exist.
Governor Rod Blagojevich, the host of the A3 podcast.
Something
Ethan
tells
Klein,
me that won't happen,
and
but
the host of the Benny Show, Benny Johnson. Welcome to all of you. Okay, Benny, welcome back to Uncensored, and thank you for your good wishes about my little encounter with a step that led to quite unbelievable amount of damage to my hip. But that has all been
I'm very
repaired.
sorry about that, Piers.
I'm on the road to recovery. Yeah.
So, wait a second. I did have a question for you. You didn't answer this. You didn't answer this when I texted you. Are you experiencing that NHS, that quality NHS service back in the UK, or are you stateside in private care?
No, I was here, but I have private health insurance, which I made the most of. I would say about the NHS that when it's good, it's great. And if you, Benny Johnson, come to London and you fall like I did and you break your femur and you need a new hip, you know what you won't get? You'll get great treatment and you won't get somebody hovering over you demanding thousands of dollars.
yeah. Damn, that's funny. That's funny. I didn't know Piers was such an advocate for healthcare. Didn't know that. That's great to hear, Piers. Great to hear.
That's the beauty of the NHS.
Oh, hold on.
You may
We've
not
got
like
some
it,
cope going
trust
on
me,
in
and
chat. Let me refresh it real quick. We've got some major cope incoming. Ethan Klein has some weird facial tics. Yes, he has tics, my friend. That is a very common... Well, it's not common, but people have it, unfortunately. You know? If somebody had a big mole on their face, would you be like, "Oh my God, holy moly mole"? No, you wouldn't do that. So I think you should think about that for just a minute.
That moment, you'll love it. But let's not have a debate
Everyone,
about the NHS.
we're happy that you're on the mend. I was very sad to hear about that. Very thankful that you're okay.
Thank you, man. I appreciate the message. Okay, look, Don Lemon, not a great friend of either of ours, can be very annoying.
Oh, look at them. Don Lemon. Ugh. The terrorist, you mean? Don Lemon? The most sour of the libkin? Oh, jeez. I could never.
Clearly lapping this up now like a dairy farmer milking the udder of a very large set of
You were making fun of the sun. I was just asking why his eyes were so sunken in. I don't think that's necessarily the same as making fun of somebody's tics, my friend. Now, if, for example, I said, "Dude, look at this guy's fucking weird sunken eyes," that would be a little rude. But I just said, why are his eyes so sunken in?
As you can't blame him, and he'll end up making him more famous, richer, and everything else. So completely cataclysmic own goal, I would argue, by the Trump administration. However, I've talked.
But my bad, I forgot MAGA was... No, you make fun of people. I don't know about that one. I mean, yeah, I definitely make fun of people. But I don't make fun of people's innate fucking characteristics like their tics. Are you joking? LOL, dude, whatever. You are so smarmy. I don't even know what that means, to be honest. I hear it used a lot, but is that like me acting like I'm better than you? I'm sorry that you feel so inferior to me. I hope you get over that.
And it's a complex issue, actually, because Lemon's charged with violating an 1871 law originally designed to combat the Ku Klux Klan.
And I lack self-awareness. Oh, geez. It's an enlightened thinker. Please tell me how I lack self-awareness, my friend. Please inform me. Inform the class, pretty please. That's what you pretty much did along with a duh sound? I have no I didn't. I'm sorry. I think that's just some blatant disinformation. We'll roll back the tapes. We'll roll back the tapes. If I made fun of him, I deeply apologize for making fun of his weird-ass sunken eyes. I do. I apologize. That's what your problem is? You're tucked up so bad you can't see it? Okay, Liquor Store Dinosaur, you're the same man who got owned when I was in a debate with him and then faked disconnecting. I'm sorry, my friend, but I don't take your advice to heart. If you want to own me again in the Discord, I'm always there. I didn't want to bring that up, but now that you
and violating the FACE Act,
want to say I'm being a meanie head, let's stick to the facts. Lamau, yeah, all of us are wrong. I mean, there is a lot of MAGA in my chat. I think it's because they have such a short attention span, and that's why they're on the lives. Lamau owned nothing. Well, I mean, if you want to come disprove me, Discord's always there, my friend.
Access to a house of worship. Now, the Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances Act of '94 is a law signed by the former President Bill Clinton that makes it.
God damn it! I can't do this. I can't get caught in the Balmora waterway jump. Democrats are baby killers.
So my question for you, Benny, is:
oh, you own nothing. Fact is, you are an R word. I don't know, man. I feel like I was kind of cooking you, and then you had to fake. I mean, he didn't even deny it, which is impressive. I'm glad you accept that. Yes, you did fake leaving the call. But anyways, I disagree with you. I think I did a pretty good job in disproving your blatant misinformation. But let's continue on. We killed the messenger. Oh yes, here we go. We are Charlie Kirk, ladies and gentlemen.
Between what the protesters were doing, which almost certainly did break the law, and what Don Lemon was doing, which was reporting on what they were doing. And if we don't make that distinction,
look at this, MAGA advocating for abortions now. Look at this. I mean, Chanel Wise, you didn't have to go so mask off. You didn't have to go so mask off with it. You know, Shane, please come in. You're somebody I feel like would be a good person to debate. Very good faith. Look at this, Shane advocating for abortions. I mean, that's very progressive of him, I'd say. I'd call Shane a liberal to some extent.
If you're a journalist who skews left or right or down the middle, then the precedent this would set going forward is going to be horrific.
It's obviously, it's obvious R-wording a child should be wrong for all political and religious persuasion. I mean, amen. You think it would be, but for these people, you know, like I said, they need a rape kit, dude. They're never going to believe what's in the Epstein files until they get a rape kit.
Be gleeful.
And even then, there'll be some people be like, "Oh, they put the semen there."
So I want to take this
Oh,
a couple
geez.
different ways here.
This is sad. By Felicia? How old are you, man? What year is it? That stopped being relevant in 2016.
Peers. I mean, number one, I think you'd be having a very different conversation if Nick Fuentes stormed into a synagogue, wouldn't you? And started harassing the rabbi.
But he didn't. That's
Would
not
you
what
be-
happened, is it? This is but what if? Glenn Sharp, even Donald Trump disagrees with you that ICE is doing a good job. That's why he demoted the petulant child that was whatever the fuck his name was. I can't even remember it. He's so forgettable. And put Tom Homan on the job. And that's why he's withdrawing 700 ICE troops. That's why he authored a bill with the Democrats that would essentially neuter ICE in many, many ways. So not even your own dude agrees with you, man. That's embarrassing. The Democrats in the House, the Democrats in the Senate, locked. You cannot break our bond. But you guys, I don't know.
having a different conversation if Alex Jones stormed a mosque.
Sure, but that's
right? Like,
I mean,
like
come on,
you'd be
what kind
having,
of
you know,
reality
Well, no, I would apply.
you'd
Well,
be
I
having,
will.
you'd be having a
It's
totally,
interesting.
you'd be saying this is, you'd be saying this is terrible. Like, how dare you? I'm saying that Christians are treated differently in this country, and that Don.
Bro, what? Christians are treated differently? This is some unbelievable cope. I swear, these people want to be prosecuted so bad. They want to be persecuted. They wish there was some white genocide going on. I wish I was standing next to you, cunt. Why? Are you attracted to me? That sounds like you're very attracted to me. I'm sorry that you cannot be honest with your feelings and say that you are deeply, deeply attracted to me, but please stop spreading your homoeroticism all over my chat. It's embarrassing. I mean, you can continue to. I'm not gonna time you out, but
I would say also that's
Well, let me
wrong.
answer you.
I'd say
Let me
all of the
answer you.
above are wrong. I just
Benny,
like,
let
can
me
I just
answer
make my
you.
point? I've
I-
just been talking for like 10 seconds.
Did
Can I
Don
just make
That
my point?
go in there
sounds
and
gay.
harass the
No, he
let
didn't.
Benny
did he
finish
do
his
that?
Thank you.
Or did he?
But he did. I mean,
Yes.
look. Okay, so if you read the, did you
He
read the
did.
federal filing? Did you read the
Amen, dude. Those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. Well, I try to bring those of MAGA and those of our leftmost brothers into the fold, you know? I will never stop believing in my fellow American, but I can see why so many people have lost faith in people in the MAGA base. Ethan is so dumb. Okay, Tony DiCarpio. I think Ethan is a pretty smart dude. He absolutely kicked Hassan's ass. Oh, and did you see the number he did on Fresh and Fit? It was embarrassing.
jury
I mean,
indictment?
I watched the video.
Right, and they used the
It was
video
all streamed,
actually.
Betty.
They watched the video in the grand jury indictment. They used his own video as the evidence against him, along with a number of other.
No, liberals are the reason that the world's poverty went down by record numbers. Liberals are that, my friend. That's the reason. Liberals are the reason you have a democracy. Okay? I love my democracy. I love being a liberal. Sorry. Myron destroyed Ethan on his channel. Oh, Myron destroyed Ethan by doing a hate video instead of actually debating the guy. Okay. I'm sorry Myron is such a little pussy. I'm sorry, dude, but you're going to have to bring some more heat than just that. You're going to have to actually bring some heat. I've actually talked to one of the Fresh and Fitters before. They are very stupid. I'm obviously not going to say who because it was in a private conversation, but he's very stupid. The one I was able to talk to. He is very dumb. Liberals created the KKK. That's not... I don't know if he understands what the word liberal means. It's okay. It's okay. That's just not true. If you would have said maybe the Democrats created the KKK, you would be factually true in that. But liberals, that's just not true, my friend.
By the churchgoers. I'm saying that all of the above is wrong and that you can't do that, that these are places of worship. These are also private property. And that Don Lemon was part of a...
Dude, that's funny. I didn't know Myron recorded a video in his basement. Hi guys, I'm here to do a video about how Ethan Klein really stinks. Mom! I told you the macaroni needs to be a little harder. Anyways. Guys, I used to be in the FBI. Stop being a pussy, debate him face to face. I think they're on their fortress arc right now, to be honest, friend. But I mean, I'd be down to. If they want to, you know what? If Myron or Coconuts wants to debate me, I am more than happy to debate them.
Conspiracy to do this because Don Lemon was...
Yeah, MAGA does not realize liberal is not an insult, dude. For real. Okay, I understand, Tony, that Myron is your favorite YouTuber, but he does not kick ass, my friend. They stopped being relevant a while ago. The only reason we're talking about them is because of Ethan.
Was working with the organizers. He was delivering coffee to them. He was working with the actual individuals who were planning this. He said so on his live stream. And then he went up to the front of the pulpit and started harassing the pastor there at the front of the pulpit.
No, he didn't.
Now, what was also happening was also, it's on video.
That didn't happen.
So what was also happening here was that little children were being wrongfully imprisoned. Do you know this?
Oh, dude, I heard this. They were being wrongfully imprisoned. You just talk, no action. I'm trying to think about what Tony actually thinks would be action right now. The fact Rod is even on the panel is mind-blowing. I know, dude. This motherfucker is corrupt. Definition of...
Like little children were being wrongfully imprisoned. If you read the indictment, the children were being kept in their Sunday schools.
Well, Hassan is an extremist, and Ethan didn't know that at the time. And he's amended it. So, and talk about eating your own. Wasn't it the Groypers that were harassing poor little Charlie before he was assassinated? Talk about eating your own. You debating Myron face to face. Okay, Tony, I am very flattered that you think I have enough influence to get Myron to do a face-to-face debate. However, logistically, that is just not possible. But yes, I would debate Myron face-to-face. What do you think I'm gonna... What? Do you think I'm gonna be afraid of his big muscles? Oh, God! What, is he gonna assault me? If he assaults me, then that's great. I'll just get money from him. Not afraid of him. That's embarrassing, my friend.
By the protesters.
But I am very flattered that you think I have enough influence and pull for that. Thank you.
Harassed, spit on, attacked. They
You'll
weren't able
pay? Well, hey, man. Set it up. Reach out to Myron. I'm sure he will totally get back to you as soon as he can.
to get to their
I'm not texting that guy. He's accused of some weird shit.
And Don Lemon says is in the video, and thank you for mentioning this, Ethan, that is on video. Don Lemon says in the video, these children look traumatized. Well, actually, that's the point. This is an exact quote from
Well, if it's no violence and just a debate, it'd be like putting a gorilla in with a fucking watermelon, bro. Myron is not a smart dude. You can poke flaws in his logic all the time. And he's deeply anti-Semitic.
his live stream. And so if you think that that's okay to do to like little children in a church or children in a synagogue or children in a mosque, I think it's all wrong. I think that these places of worship should be off limits.
You know what happened? Ethan railed poor Myron so hard in that debate that I think it gave him a little trauma for people who have Jewish descent. I really do. Poor guy. I mean, he was already on the track with Europa, that 8-hour slog that talks about how Jews own everything. I'd honestly love to go over that video with you guys sometimes, but unfortunately, I think I'd get copyrighted. But it really is just up. I mean, that shit is stinky, dude. Just makes baseless claim after baseless claim. I feel, I envy Ethan for not having to know more about Europa. What's going on now? Any other way? Trump showed you he is in the first term, but he was fucking reelected. Tell me that's not stupidity. Well, what I will say is there was an entire right-wing media apparatus feeding people just bullshit. Fear-mongering, lying to the American population. And so I think people were lied to. And I think that's bullshit. And so, and I'll never give up on my fellow American. I won't. I refuse to do that. A lot of other people will, and I totally understand that. It's not a fight for the faint of heart. But I am willing to fight for my fellow American until I'm blue in the face and dying of a lack of oxygen. I am. I know MAGA won't do the same, and I know a lot of my fellow liberals and leftists feel differently, but I don't think it gets better until we have more people willing to do that. I really don't.
Or attacking them. Political operative. It's not his job is to lie. Yeah, that's not what happened. The administration.
That's right. Let me bring Brian. Okay. Hang on. Don't talk at once. Don't all talk at once. Let me get to Brian next. Brian, I do think Benny raised a good point. That's why I tried to answer his question in real time, but it was aimed at everybody. Which is, if that had been Alex Jones, who does a version of what Don Lemon does, but to the right, if he had gone into a mosque, for example, and he'd gone in with a group of protesters who then interrupted the worship and traumatized young Muslim kids, right, or whatever, an exact similar situation, but a mosque and it's Alex Jones, can you say with all honesty, you would be out here defending Alex Jones?
Well, first of all, for full disclosure.
Well, it wasn't a similar situation, though. It's really not comparable.
I'm friends with Don Lemon, and to answer your question...
Oh, shit.
If Alex Jones wasn't protesting, because Don Lemon wasn't protesting, Benny Johnson is lying when he says that Don Lemon harassed the pastor.
That's a good point, too, because Alex Jones would be there with an agenda. Alex Jones knowingly lies.
Harassing anybody and didn't disturb anybody, I would be saying the same thing I'm about to say right now. Don Lemon.
Why do we even talk about Alex Jones anymore? That alcoholic is, his time's over, man. Like, do we even care about Alex Jones? I don't. Anyways, let's continue onward.
not protesting. He wasn't.
Honestly, I do just kind of want to see the Ethan highlights from this. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to go on the subreddit. H3 subreddit. You know, just cause I'm more of let's see, it's somewhere here. Shout out to the H3 subreddit. We love them. We love them. Actually, is there... I have no idea how to use Reddit. Peers. Here, hold on. I always forget how to spell. No, I spelled it right. I spelled it right. Well, what the heck, man? Yeah, I don't know what else I'm supposed to look at here. I'm lost. Can anybody help me? Oh well. We'll keep watching a little bit more. I just
breaking the law. Maybe you could cite him for maybe trespassing. But the fact of the matter here is that this is not going to hold up in court. This is a charade. This is another example of the Donald Trump administration that is weaponizing the DOJ. And yes, I do think the color of his skin, certainly his politics and his sexuality have something to do with this. But you see people like Benny Johnson, okay, who I do believe is a right-wing shill for Donald Trump. They're the first people after January 6th that called it a tourist visit. They patriots and hostages if you beat cops. But oh my God, Don Lemon didn't storm a church, by the way. He walked into the church, he took out his cell phone, and he started recording. But
no, we'll watch all of this. I think this is good content. This is the worst thing in the world. Put him in jail. But yet when it comes to January 6th, if you beat cops, they're hostages and patriots. Benny, my advice to you is stop being a Donald Trump cuck and tell the truth and be honest for once in your life. I know you make a lot of money.
What about Steve Baker?
Every single day, but you're lying.
So wait a second. What about Steve Baker? So Steve Baker's a journalist for The Blaze. He was arrested for covering January 6th. So Steve Baker, was he just a journalist? Should he be freed?
Think about Steve Baker.
Are you advocating for Steve Baker?
You see what Benny just did? The guy, his messiah, who he supports, Donald Trump, called those who beat cops with their own batons. Some of these cops have...
No, but answer his question, though, Brian. Brian, answer his question about Steve Baker.
Yes.
Steve Baker was sent to jail.
Whoa. Steve Bacon. What's going on with Steve?
He took out his cell phone, he recorded. He didn't storm the Capitol. Moments before, he walked into the church and he followed these people. He wasn't necessarily, quote, working with them. It's all on the live stream. And by the way,
the one flaw, okay, but Brian, the one flaw I think in that defense, and I broadly agree with you about this, I don't think he should be prosecuted, but he does, where I think he's a bit vulnerable, he does in his own live stream repeatedly use the word we are going to go in here, right? Now, if you're trying to paint a picture as Benny,
you're not allowed to say the word we.
Where Don is not just a journalist reporting, but is actually an active participant in the protest group that goes in. Using the phrase we are going to go in here, I think is going to be problematic for it because it implies that he is part of the...
Hold on, I may actually skip around a little bit here. Hold on. Rod Blavakovich.
When it comes to people who are getting arrested,
people like...
That's my boy Ethan Tuck.
Or neuter Don Lemon, I think is ridiculous. He's annoying.
I think we see an E-strike here.
He's loving his moment.
Here we go. We've got an E-strike right
here.
You
should be allowed to a microphone. You're probably the most corrupt politician in modern American history. I mean, you were sentenced to 14 years for attempting to sell a Senate seat. You were caught on wiretap by the FBI. Was reversed by the appellate court.
Which one of these guys is far right? Probably Benny. I'd consider Benny pretty far right.
Starbucks drink order. sir.
started by
I mean, why are you
President-elect
even here,
Obama.
Rod? Respectfully,
And this
you
is
are
precisely
a
the sort of thing that's
disgraced
wrong with our country.
person.
You should get your facts right, my friend.
Why are you here,
And
Rod?
no quid pro quo. Read the case.
Were you in prison? Were you found guilty of corruption?
I was
Were you found guilty of
wrongfully
Oh,
corruption, sir?
convicted
fart
for
right?
mad crimes by use of jury
Oh.
instructions that were
Well, if that's the case, Benny is definitely fart right, dude. He's very fart right. Yeah, Benny is the furthest right considering he's a deeply closeted man. Yeah, that's like just an industry secret, by the way, folks, that I mean, it's out in the open now. Yeah, that man is, I mean, it's pretty, not an industry secret, I should say. It's like an open secret. That man is not faithful to his wife.
were not crimes, and sent to prison for 14 years, never took a penny, because I fought back. And I
You
fought
tried.
back against this kind of weaponization.
You sure tried to take a
that
penny.
you, in this particular case,
You said,
are-
quote, this seat is golden about the seat you are attempting to sell.
No, I said
Sir,
this seat
you
is
were caught
effing
by
gold.
the
I'm not giving
FBI
up for
on
nothing. We're going to
tape.
make a political deal because Obama asked to make a political deal. Get your facts right. And by the way, 98% of those FBI tapes are still
The
covered up
judge
to
got
this
the
day.
facts right.
You don't have the facts
Listen,
right. I mean,
you got fired
yeah,
by
go ahead.
Trump. You're out here glazing him up. We know the deal. But the truth is,
Bro.
don't sit here and act like you have any legitimate clout or you have no legitimacy in this world. You're a criminal, and you use the American democracy like a piggy bank. Like again, you should.
Oh,
only
that's a
thing you
good
should be here is
line.
Starbucks order. You know,
Let me say this. I stood
name
up
on
for
the
the rule
drink,
of law. I
buddy.
would never give in to those weaponized prosecutors. What they did to me at the AAA level to a Democrat governor, the same kind of people did that same thing to President Trump at the major league level.
They did
And
the
all
exact
you do is
same
Trump,
thing.
Trump, you do is
I
Trump.
mean, the difference
Donald
is
Trump.
people
John
like
Lennon.
know, like people accept the fact that you're a corrupt bastard. He's actually very, when you think about it, he's very bad at being corrupt. Oh my God, I can't believe people got upset by the fact that They got mad at the fact I called his eyes deep set and thought that was comparable to making fun of Ethan's tics. Bro. What?
And it's wrong.
Shit, I can be meaner if they want me to. I'd say you can... Oh my God, Ethan Klein is cringe? No, Ethan Klein is your... Ethan Klein is your, is a liberal Chad. How dare you say that about him? Pretty good plants. I love plants.
And the key to a democracy is an informed electorate.
Hold on.
You need to get your facts right, my friend, and get your...
Why are... Okay, I won't. But you can change your eyebrows. I mean, you can at least get them trimmed, right? That's not an immutable characteristic necessarily. You can get your eyebrows trimmed. Israeli Mossad plant. That's actually what I am, guys. I hate to tell you. Mask come off. I'm Jewish.
Self-informed.
You need to get your facts right,
Can I
sir.
add something?
I know my
Let's
facts.
not
I live
compare.
there.
Hold on.
The judge said,
let's not-
jail. The
The judge said,
compare.
jail.
Jail.
They tried. Okay, they tried me twice.
That's you,
They
buddy.
tried-
You know
I
what?
never been charged with
All
a
right,
felony.
guys.
Go ahead.
Guys,
Have I
I
been
think
found
we're
guilty of
drifting.
one?
We are
But
drifting.
that being
We are
said,
drifting off.
respectfully, we're drifting.
We're drifting off topic.
And I'll say,
Ethan, let's get back to the topic.
I
want
agree.
to talk
So
about
he's
Don
saying
Lemon.
he agrees that Don Lemon shouldn't be arrested. So I'll say, even this Trump
Yeah.
lackey is willing to make that concession, where someone like Benny here, who, let's be real, his overlords go beyond Donald Trump. He's accountable to the Russians who paid him a nice, hefty, beautiful hundreds of thousands from Tenet Media. So
More than that.
Again, well, we don't know. Maybe Benny can tell us how much
The
they paid
DOJ
him,
said
'cause we don't know.
said that I
But
was
the tr-
victim
Benny,
of a
but
crime.
I'm sorry.
The DOJ
Oh,
says
Benny, you can
Merrick
respond,
Garland
but-
says I am victim of a crime.
I am the
Me-
victim. God. I mean, how many crimes? How many crimes does the victim get paid? The Go On Right looks like he's doing a TikTok reaction short. That's Benny Johnson right there. Oh, he's a longtime friend. You'll come to know Benny
Tim Pool,
Johnson
Dave
well
Rubin,
if you stick
and
around.
So which is it? Are you
like,
which
are
is
you
it,
smarter
Benny?
than,
Are
you
you
smarter than the Biden
are you a
DOJ?
buffoon?
About being
Are
an
you a
overlord.
Oh, geez. That is so funny. He's calling himself a victim. I'm a victim! I got paid potentially millions of dollars, but I'm a victim, don't you see? They victimized me. Those Russians did Benny dirty. They did Benny real dirty, man.
Having an overlord lackey.
Or are you a traitor? Are you a traitor or a fool? Those are the two
All right,
options.
do you know
sir.
what?
Which one?
The ad hominem stuff, Ethan.
It's not ad hominem.
It's not ad hominem if it's true. He's just asking a question. He's just asking a question. Are you an idiot? Did you not look into who you were doing deals with? Or are you malicious? Oh, we've got Jim Borgie here. Love Trump. Yeehaw! Is there a security in Daddy, Jim? Do you like Daddy? Yeah. You call him Daddy. You call him your daddy, buddy.
It's total ad hominem here.
They are ad hominem attacks.
I'm not attacking your person.
And I don't want to spend.
Recounting what
I don't want to spend. With respect to everybody, I don't want to spend the entire panel debate talking about individuals on the panel.
Can we go back to
Ethan,
Don Lemon?
just
Pierce,
give me your...
Incel has entered the chat. Where are you going to lose your virginity? My friend, I have lost that many times. I'm working on regaining it right now.
Give me your assessment of what's happened with Don Lemon.
Gladly. So I agree with the majority on the panel that, I mean, he did nothing. He walked in there as a journalist recording. He said, you guys are very keen to talk about what he said on camera, but you forget this one, Benny. He said, quote, I'm not part of the group. I'm a journalist. Talk about we, which is like a words game. It's semantics. But again, you go back to what he actually said, and it's, quote, I am not a part of the group. I am a journalist. So
you can only lose it once? Damn.
Yeah.
Well,
I think the whole
Can I add something real quick?
Looks like we're fucked here, guys.
It's so obvious that this was just done as a revenge, out of spite. It's political spite.
Pierce, I just...
There's
I thought you anti-Trump people were so intelligent. You idiot! You think you could become a virgin again? Oh, geez. They're lost. They are lost, and it's our job to bring them back.
To it, and I think even Benny would agree. He's like, yeah, it's spite.
So Pierce, you had Valentina, if you recall, on your show about a month ago. I think we both agree she's despicable. She's running for office in Texas. Yeah. She went into a church. There's video of this a month ago, and she called the churchgoers pedophiles. They asked her to leave. Multiple people asked her to leave. I'm sure Benny's not talking about this, or he'll say, I don't know anything about that. But she didn't leave right away.
I thought there were no files.
She stormed a church.
Well,
she called people pedophiles.
Depends.
Not only is she not arrested, but the DOJ is not even investigating this case. So this is a double standard at a minimum. Don Lemon didn't break any laws. He wasn't harassing anybody. I'm sorry if a few kids were crying and their church service was disturbed. I really am sorry about that. But I care a little bit more.
Anti-Trump people are typically rather unintelligent. Look at him, mopping people and acting superior. All right, Zenith, if you could please get your own finger out of your own ass for just a little bit and stop fucking yourself so hard, you would see that I don't claim to be the most intelligent man in the world. I just claim to be your average American. And at the end of the day, that's what the politician has to win over. Your average American. So no, Zenith, if anything, are you acting above me right now? I mean, it's kind of interesting. Actually, listen to what you said. Listen to what you said. Anti-Trump people are typically rather unintelligent. Looking at him, mocking people, acting superior. So you're essentially shitting on me for acting, you know, for supposedly acting superior. And yet in the same line before you said that, you said you were superior. So you're the one acting superior, you absolute dipshit. God, you're embarrassing. Zenith, why don't you come on? Why don't you come on the Discord and prove me wrong? Oh God, you have a cartoon chick as your profile picture, man? Embarrassing.
Up without a mother, but people like Benny don't want a full investigation into that. Let's call these people.
That was the most incel comment I've read in my chat in a while. Anti-Trump people are typically rather unintelligent. Oh, look at them mocking people acting so superior. They are so stupid. I am the smartest in the world. God.
People who were murdered, domestic terrorists and assassins. But boy, that guy, Don Lemon, I can't believe he stormed a church and he did a couple interviews. Benny, give me a break.
I can, I can sit here and be logically consistent in my worldview, which is that you should not.
You ingant! It's from a game, not a cartoon! How dare you insult my anime waifu? This woman is from a game, not a cartoon. I will not dare bear this slander towards my waifu any longer.
Storm places of worship, period. I don't want anybody on the left doing it. I don't want anybody on the right doing it. I'm saying you shouldn't do that. And I also agree. I mean, I know this is going to sound crazy, but I also agree with probably everyone on this panel.
Remember when they voted for a guy who called them a dum-dum on TV? Well, I do remember that, unfortunately. And they still voted for him. A lot of people have mental issues, mental illness, guys. That's why I advocate for expanded mental health care and expanding the net so more people don't fall through them.
Don Lemon is a black hole narcissist. He spent 30 years in cable news.
As I steal someone else's content. That's right, I'm stealing it right now, guys. Look at me with my little hands. Oh, I'm taking Piers Morgan content. I mean, you are also one of them, Zenith. And I'd say I'm adding you, and you're actually adding to the content as well. I'd say I'm adding to it. I don't know about you. Yeah, ever heard of transformative content, my friend? I did not maliciously say I want to steal Piers Morgan content. If anything, guys, go subscribe to Piers Morgan Uncensored. He has great panels. Oh, geez, here we go. Got to talk about the Biden administration because the Trump admin ain't doing too well.
He's going to use this. He's going to use this to.
What is
he's
a
going to use this.
Narcissist?
He is a narcissist that pulls.
Jim, stop acting like you give two damns about black and brown people. You don't. Embarrassing.
Gravity in on himself. He's going to use this for further power and further popularity. And so you're gonna have to bring the receipts when it comes to prosecuting Don Lemon. Pierre said this. Everyone said this.
Exactly, dude. That's why I have respect for Ethan. He has skin in the copyright game. And he has made it like pretty clear what he believes, you know. As long as you're not maliciously taking someone's content and fucking just trying to steal views, it's fine. And I think I do add pretty substantive commentary. I mean, anywhere else, can you get the gamer box that shows you the loser's POV, a video game, and a video? I mean, you really can't get it anywhere else, ladies and gentlemen. I am a black man. I don't believe you. I'm going to be honest. I don't believe you. I mean, okay, that's cool. But the Republican Party doesn't give a single fuck about black people or brown people. They say DEI when they see a black person in position of power. When in a position of power. So, you know, I'm sorry, but I just, don't believe you. And if you are, you must be incredibly stupid to be continually supporting this guy. Sorry.
This is what happens with high-profile prosecutions.
Peak stream overlay? That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying.
Actually read the grand jury testimony, which I find this remarkable, by the way. Every one of these people on the panels probably tweeted.
Can't spell today. Dude, I'm a little out of it too today. I'm pretty tired as well.
The law. No one's above the law. Well, it was a grand jury in dark blue.
Except for Donald Trump. They make the exception there. He may be above the law, you know. But anybody else, nobody's above the law. Except for the Epstein co-conspirators. Nobody's above the law.
That said Don Lemon deserves to be arrested, indicted. Trial. It was a grand jury that did that. So is somebody above the law or not?
To get black people out of prison. I mean, what law do you want him to pass? Do you want him to sign a law? This law hereby decrees everybody of an African American descent is out of prison. Like, what law do you want him to sign that would, quote unquote, get black people out of prison? Jesus Christ. I mean, this isn't about black people, but Jim is having a schizophrenic episode, and I hope to bring him out of it with my commentary.
Back to what Benny just said.
The idea that Donald Trump is sitting in his office.
Oh, geez, here we go. Your party was the pro-slavery party? Bro, if you didn't know, the parties have switched positions multiple times on things. It has happened. That's unfortunately an effect of something called time. MAGA, I don't know. Given your choice in women, or I should say girls, I don't know if you guys are quite acquainted with what time is, but there is a thing called time, and it does make things change. I'll try to guide you through it, but if you don't understand time, man, then I don't know if you got much hope.
Like pointing and saying, arrest that man.
Sure,
that's not how this works.
Benny, okay, so this is my friend, and Benny, hold on a second. Benny, you just...
Trump signed a law. No, okay, that's interesting. I'd be interested to see what that law's about. The First Step Act, ladies and gentlemen. Was he letting cannabis, people who potentially had cannabis out? What were the... Since I don't know what that is, I'm going to rely on you for a source of information. What did the First Step Act, what were the parameters of it? Who was he letting out? And was it specifically black African Americans? You don't know? I'm assuming that's why you're putting the sweating emoji. You don't know, like, what the crimes were? You just said, oh, okay, you don't know what the crimes were. Okay. Well, I mean, I'd be interested to look into that. I'll look into it. The First Step Back bill by Donald Trump. I'm very interested to look into that. I'm sure it's 100% exactly what he's saying. What did I just walk into? A bit of a meme party.
I find it amazing that you say like children, little Christian children is, I don't care if I'm sorry that little Christian children were crying and weeping and sobbing in their church. Have you talked to the church pastor?
It's so interesting. They give a fuck about women and children crying and screaming in church, but not in cages. That's very interesting.
Pastor that church, Jonathan Parnell.
So let me respond. Benny just called my friend
These individuals were terrorizing the little children in the church.
Okay, I know they were
I can't believe that you're sitting there in favor of this.
Benny,
you can see the
right on.
crying in their parents' arms.
Good to see you, Crimsoul.
What happened here was immoral. It's despicable. It is indefensible. It's utterly indefensible. Places of worship should.
It's indefensible. Indefensible, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, he was basically about to fucking set off a nuclear bomb in the church. Why are they taking their kids to church? Well, to indoctrinate them. But, I mean, that's a pretty common thing here in America, so it's not exactly unheard of. But hey, I had to do it, you know. Depending on where you live, you probably have been forced to sit through a couple Sunday services.
Anyone, period.
I'm okay with those protesters being charged, but
let me just clear. Don Lemon did not do any of that. 30 seconds.
All right, Brian, very quick response, and then I want to change.
Yes.
I want to change topic after Brian's very quick response to that.
First of all, I don't believe you should protest in a church or private property. I'm not condoning that behavior, number one. Number two, you just called my friend Don Lemon a narcissist. You are the same guy that is a shill for Donald Trump. So I don't want to hear somebody like Benny Johnson who supports Donald Trump.
Again, I'm just like he was on Piers' show. Watch the interview with Piers.
Oh no, you were in the choir. I'm so sorry, man.
People have egos in this profession, and it's fine. You know, it's fine. Well, I'm literally saying,
that must have been hard.
Come correct when you're bringing the receipts and when you're charging this guy. That's all I'm saying. Is that like, yes, you're right. I think everybody on this panel agrees that Don Lemon will then.
Oh, he signed it. He didn't create it. Oh, so all he did was just fucking put his signature on something Congress and Senate worked on? Damn, you rejected that because you knew how fucking bad that looked. So you're a complete fucking liar. He didn't do shit. He just signed a piece of paper. Oh, congratulations. Yeah, he also signed the Epstein Files Transparency Act, buddy. He's not following that now, is he? Donald Trump's good for black Americans. Why don't you try to sell me the moon? I think you'd probably get more leeway on that one.
You know, utilize this. We saw it at the Grammys last night. You know, for more power, fame, and I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he got a job back in TV. He was fired by CNN. Benny. I wouldn't be surprised if he got a job back in TV after this. That's all. You have no idea what Don Lemon wants or doesn't want to do, Benny. You don't know him personally like I do. I can tell you he is not a narcissist. The narcissist is the orange turd who you support because you wear the Donald Trump knee pads 24/7. So don't talk about Mike Trump like that.
I was able to tell the lion from the elephant. I said, that's not a lion I've ever seen. That right there is a seal.
That's right. Got it. More pejorative.
You know, okay. I want to talk about criminal journalists, Benny. I mean, let's start with you, buddy.
No, let's not go down those roads again.
How much they pay you? We really need to know. How much?
How much they pay you, man? I mean, for real. Why won't Benny just tell him? If he's such a victim, why don't you just tell us? Where'd you get that money, Benny?
Let's not get into this. I don't want to get into individual panel members. Let's try and keep.
Don Lemon will not be charged. Don Lemon will not be convicted. I guarantee you, Don Lemon will not be convicted of these crimes. He will be exonerated in a courtroom.
I think you're probably right.
He's going to be fine.
I think you're probably right. But I think also Don Lemon, I've been watching his output. I've been watching Don's output in the last few days.
Well, I gotta stare at the sun. You look right in the sun and you will see that there is something very special. It actually reveals the end of the rainbow so you can get the pot of gold.
And he's gone full on Trump derangement madness. I mean, it's just he's just effing and blinding about Trump.
Don Lemon
and by the way,
Don Lemon said, okay,
he's making a financial play. He's making a financial play, but let's be under no illusion. Don's raison d'etre now is to be the #1 Trump hater in the world media. That's fine, but let's not pretend that's not what he's doing.
He went on Jen Welch's podcast afterwards and said he's going after this church because of white supremacy, because the parishioners were white. Are you in favor of that?
Bro, what? Listen to the bullshit Benny just tried to serve.
No, this is like a hate crime.
I'll answer that.
He's trying to reframe it. The reason they were at the protest was because of, oh, Saul, you're cute. You think you can do it. Go ahead, Saul. Try. Oh, poor Saul. He thought he could do it. Well, sometimes you just can't. Sometimes it's just not there. Sometimes you just can't get the right juice.
Are you in favor of that? He said it. There's multiple clips of him saying
a black hole if you want to talk about hate crimes.
A black hole.
It's a space term. There's a term. There's something that exists in the galaxy.
Is that rhetorical? Can I answer? Because I asked him about this because he's done my show probably 5 times in the last month. So he believes there is something in this country called white privilege, Benny. You have it and I have it. He does believe there are some cases in the church or in America where there is white supremacy.
Andrew Cohen with Read Donald Trump. Yeah, I could watch that. I know I said I'd probably be a little longer today, but honestly, I am really tired today, guys. So after this video, I'll probably shut the stream down, but I will be live tomorrow in the morning. So, and then on Friday and Saturday, we will be absolutely partying it up.
Now, I know you probably believe there isn't anything in like Tucker Carlson, that white privilege doesn't exist in this country and white supremacy doesn't exist. But the fact of the matter is, Benny, is that it does. Now, I would like to go back to the black hole comment. What did you mean by that when you made that statement?
I'm surprised you didn't call him a gay black hole.
Black hole is something that is.
Surprised you didn't call him a gay black hole.
And it.
Damn it, Benny. I genuinely didn't. I don't think Benny was trying to be racist there. I can see how in the moment it probably felt like that. But I have heard that term, a narcissistic black hole.
It absorbs gravity.
But he's not defending himself very well here. Benny, you could at least try to be like, oh, it's a term. It's a term you use. He's just like, oh, it's a thing in space and gravity. Time, there may not be any time in the event horizon because of the singularity, but we're not sure about that. So time may not very well exist inside of black holes. I want to go inside a black hole. I think that'd be sick.
And so
I wonder what
it's just
happens
something
there.
that Don Lemon is going to take the gravity of the situation and use it to become more powerful. That's what I've said, and I said that the Trump administration has to be very careful in charging this because this is what people.
Okay, that was slick though. I'll give it to Benny. Credit where credit is due. I'll give it to him there, man. You gotta he's taking the gravity and sucking it up. I'll give it to Benny. That one was good.
People do in these kind of circumstances if you're Don Lemon.
Benny, I'll tell you what he won't do. Sure. So, Benny, I'll tell you what Don Lemon won't do. He won't make billions of dollars in a crypto scandal. He won't build a ballroom for his own financial gain. Jared Kushner, one of his friends, won't be taking $2.1 billion from the Saudis. So if you want about taking power over and having power and taking advantage of it, sure, Don Lemon's going to be more successful because of this. But do you know why? Because of the buffoons in the White House that decided to charge this guy. And I think most of us agree on this panel, it's not going to hold up in a courtroom. So if you have anybody to blame for this, it's not Don Lemon. It's the morons like Pam Bondi and Donald Trump that did this to Don Lemon, which will help him more in the long run. But please don't talk to me and lecture me about power and then taking advantage of that when Donald Trump does it.
I find this amazing what you just admitted here, and I'm trying to be respectful as you're rambling. So you just said that it's okay that Don Lemon attacked this church because they're white?
So first of all, Don Lemon made general terms about the church. He wasn't specifically talking about an individual. He wasn't specifically talking about an individual group of people in the church. He made very generic and general claims, which I agree with him. That
well, yes, the Constitution is very woke. It does talk about like how our government should run, and that's like, why are we listening to a piece of paper other than Donald Trump? Like, why are we? That's woke as fuck, dude. What, do you think a piece of paper is smarter than a guy? Fucking that. I'm going to see that fucking argument here soon. You just wait. You just wait.
In this country is a problem, and white privilege in this country is a problem as well. And if you don't agree with that there is something called white privilege, and that, yes, white supremacy is an issue in this country, then you can take the page from Tucker Carlson and have the blinders on and be complicit, Benny. That's up to you.
I don't think this point is really hitting. Like, I get it. Like, I get what he's saying. And it's mostly true. Like, yes, white people do have an advantage in society just based on their skin color. I don't think it should be that way. That's just unfortunately how it is. But that's just when people like Benny and even Piers, when people like Benny and Piers hear this shit, they're just turning on off. They're just like, oh, this guy's a liberal woke cuck. They don't care. He doesn't care. They don't care. Unfortunately, there is no time at a singularity. That's why I think when you enter a black hole, you become a fourth dimensional being. I mean, come on. There has to... What is the other explanation there? Where is Gas 19090? Please tell me, all Def Lep. Where is Gas 199? As if. I love this. I love this cope. Come on, all Def Leopard. Bring it out. Where is Gas 199? And let me prove you utterly wrong.
I do think it's probably worth bearing in mind that at this stage that Don is married to a rather wealthy, privileged, elitist white man.
Yeah, that's a good point. The DHS under Obama and Biden was much more effective. I'm okay with targeted raids. The problem comes when you're just sweeping, picking up anybody that you don't think looks right. Trump could make gas free and it still wouldn't be worth all the damage he's doing to our country and our democracy. Amen, dude. Amen. Yeah, gas was under $2 during the Obama administration. Like, I don't deny that when Biden was in office, gas prices skyrocketed. If you think that was the fault of Biden, though, you literally have no idea. You literally just have turned your entire eyes off. You've just turned them off. You've turned your ears off. And you haven't noticed the giant fucking war the world's biggest gas station decided to pick up with one of their neighbors. All right, all Def Leopard, where is gas 199? I bet you're not going to answer. I bet you're going to be a cowardly scumbag and not tell me where it is.
That's fine, but that's not the point that Don Lemon was trying to make.
I'm just saying.
I understand.
He seems a very nice chap, but he is white and privileged. Look, I want to change the subject. I want to move on to the Epstein scandal. Rod, I want to bring you in here. The Epstein scandal is raging ever bigger. but accountability is still really not moving, particularly in America. So in the UK, the human being formerly known as Prince Andrew, now Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, he's been brought down. He's been finished. Lord
Oh my
Matheson,
God, how do you
soon-
fucking that picture, bro? He's in a fucking diaper, bro. What the fuck? He's got the fucking tidy, he's got Huggies on, man. I'm here with my boys. Oh God, I am afraid.
I may well be.
Now please, for the love of God, all Def Leppard, can you stop being a coward for 5 minutes? To all his boys watching, your boy is a coward because he's not telling me where the fuck gas is $1.99 at. He is a coward. Bro, he's in his fucking tidy whities. Now, if this is the picture they released, just imagine what Trump... Dude, Trump has probably got Huggies on his head.
Facing a police investigation as we
man's in a
speak.
diaper.
He's finished. So a lot of the British
It's like,
people,
my boys are here now, and then like nobody shows up in chat. Sad guy. You must not have good friends. That's okay. We're here for you. Texas and Oklahoma, Bud says. Texas and Oklahoma. AAA gas prices. Let's see if he's right. Maybe he's right. Hey, maybe gas is $1.99 somewhere. All right, let's go. Let's take a look-see here. Oh, well, it's 243, but we're not finding that. We're not finding that 199 statistic. What a shocker, ladies and gentlemen. Bud Russell, yet again, being a disingenuous individual. That's all right. We're working on him, though. Well, Steph, you don't even have to worry because he's a fucking liar. Let's see in Oklahoma. Oh, unfortunately, nope, still not 199. Dems and rhinos are hurting America, says Glenn 3036. No, Dems are helping Americans by trying to lower their prices, by trying to lower their medical bills. Unfortunately, that's just cope. Oh my God, here we go. The cope about average, as if the average isn't used in every statistic besides what they want to do, what they want to say. Brother, we're going to use the average. That's what most of the economists use. Can you please stop giving the cope? Entering the entering the United States illegally is a crime. However, being here illegally is not a crime. It would be is not a federal crime. It's a civil offense. And so while you want to cry and say that people here illegally are committing a federal crime, they're not. Entering the border illegally is a federal crime, which I have no problem with CBP agents going out and catching those people that enter the border illegally. That's not what they're doing, though. So yet again, Sean exempling great cope. You know, I heard with great cope comes great responsibility. And Sammy, not even your own president agrees with you. Trump authored a bill with Chuck Schumer that basically removes a lot of ICE's more deadly, more controversial thing. It gets rid of masks. It gets rid of the sweeping patrols. I'm sorry, man. This is cope. Not even your own president agrees with you. I'm sorry you guys cope so hard. Whoa, T. Cruz. T. Cruz, be careful. Don't you see what's happening? Be careful, man. That could be considered a crime, according to one of what the fuck is his name? Nobody knows his name because he's so forgettable. Bro, you need to stop, Bud Russell. I'm sure if you go to some bumfuck Costco, it may cost $2 because you're the only fucking people they get. But for the rest of us that actually live in a populated area, it's not that much.
Being brought to book and dealt with. No high-profile Americans so far. Why?
Well, I mean, the wheels of justice sometimes move slowly. I think more information is coming out, and as a result of that, I think you're going to see action because some of this.
Isn't it embarrassing? They're like, Google what stations are $2. I'm willing to drive 10 hours so I can get that good, sweet premium. Bro, I'm sorry, but not everybody is going to drive 10 hours to get $2 gas.
Suppressed, like the 98% of the FBI tapes on my case. So
you know I work at a gas station, right, guys? Like, I just love it when they bring up gas prices, dude. It's the number one argument. Arguments about gas, lemon, distractions. Oh, yeah, dude. They're distracting from the Epstein files. You sound insufferable. Have you been laid lately? Well, while I think it's weird that you're hyperfixating on my sex life, yes, I have been. But, thank you for asking. I appreciate that. It's very weird that you are asking about a dude's sex life, though. But all they can do is insult. All they can do is degrade and try their hardest to paint me as some... I don't know what they're even trying to paint me as. But that's all they can do. Because they know that their president is failing in every aspect. The economy, grocery prices, the Ukraine war. Everybody forgets about the Ukraine war. He said he'd end that in the day. Is he using special military operation time?
Cap. No, I think...
No, you're the one coping, my friend. Nobody said they have an issue with enforcing the border law. But you're deporting people who are here illegally, which is a civil offense. Nothing the federal government needs to concern themselves with. You're in Amsterdam? Oh, so you don't even play the game. Okay.
I think eventually some people will be brought to justice. I mean, here again, you don't want.
Well, thank you for telling me you don't even play the U.S. video game. That's kind of weird. You know, I used to do the same thing where I would watch Warhammer 40K like tactics videos, but I never really played Warhammer 40K. I imagine that's what it's like watching U.S. politics for you. 300,000 kids. Oh, Sean is I love Sean because he is great with the talking points. So those 300,000 kids are not missing. They're administratively missing. And you know what that's from? That's from ICE bitching that they weren't able to spy on the kids after they gave them to somebody to watch over the children. That's all that is. You have no idea what you're talking about, Sean, and it's very embarrassing. You talk about coping, but it seems you're the one coping the hardest. Anyways, my headphone died, so I will have to get a new one real quick. This was under Biden, by the way. Yeah, Sean, I just explained to you why. God, you are coping so hard. Your entire country is a sitcom. Yeah, I admit, American politics is way more interesting than European politics. I'm sorry. I agree with you. Just pointing out, no, you're pointing out misinformation. You have no idea what you're talking about. Did you know that they were administratively missing and not missing in the sense of like a warrant being out to search for them? Easy to complain when you're riding coattails? Whose coattail am I riding? I'm my own person out here, riding the coattails of our forefathers. Well, you guys seem to not really respect our forefathers because you like to use them when it's convenient, but you forget their messaging when it actually comes to things they disagree with you on. Don't fucking pretend to respect our fucking forefathers, you loser. You know our forefathers wanted us to complain, right? You understand that. What are you even talking about, Jason? I think you're having a schizophrenic episode, man. You realize our fathers, you're a dunce. Oh, here we go. We got another one. Huh, you're stupid. That's a great argument. Please expand upon that. Oh, Jason's just, for some fucking reason, pointing out some random Native American man that supports ICE. Okay. That was enough for me. I understand you're not very smart. No wonder you have 9 views. Well, it's more than you. And I'd say I'm doing pretty good, considering the fact that you're staying. I managed to engage 1 viewer now, didn't I? I love seeing the Cope in chat, though. I really do. Funny how the Trump administration found and deported, you mean? Yeah, I'm sure they did find them. As in fucking deport their ass to another country. I'm sure they did find them. What's up, Pep Talk? How you doing today? Hopefully well. Okay, Sean, I guarantee you, if, you know what? Prove to me that you can have more viewers than me. Prove to me. And then come decimate me in a debate or something. No, Sean, you were my favorite MAGA talking point. Exactly. I'm here for your entertainment, man. I'm here for you guys. Come on now. Really, I'm just filibustering until my headphone charges. I fucking broke the other one, unfortunately. Dude, I didn't take anybody's land. What are y'all debating? Well, right now I'm just trying to lull my chat into a sense of where they're not coping as hard. Unfortunately, we're unable to do that. Well, I'm glad I entertain you, Levon. Honestly, if you wanted to come on the podcast, I would love, not the podcast, just come into the Discord and prove to me how wrong I am. I mean, like you said, I have Trump derangement syndrome, so I should be a pretty easy layup. And you bring up a great point, Lily. Here we go. I have fun when I come on here. You guys realize, like, do you guys see me asking for tips? Do you guys see me asking for donos? No. I come on, honestly, I would probably do better if I did. I honestly would probably do a lot better. But no, I come on here for entertainment, my friends. The fuck would I join you, bro? You're a Dean Withers wannabe. I guess. That's what I am, man. You got me. You're right. I'm just doing exactly what Dean Withers does right here. You got me. You got me. This is the exact same setup as Dean Withers, and, yep, I mean, for real. You would. It would boost the algorithm. Well, here, once I get monetization on, I'll probably start accepting tips, but I'm going to be honest, I hate the idea of it. I'm actually an accountant for the state of Massachusetts. I keep record of government spending. Okay. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. Are we talking about government spending right now? Congratulations. That's like somebody, it's like somebody from the military saying, I'm a veteran. Congratulations. Oh, and now, since, I don't even know how to say your fucking name, man. So I'm just going to call you Wag. Since Wag, unfortunately, is unable to bring up any points because his brain is quite small, he has to call me a wet paper bag. Oh, a wet paper bag could hurt my feelings. I don't know. You sound pretty triggered right now, man. I'm having a good time, brother. I live for this. Hope you have a good life. Don't support the pedophilia leader. I believe America. Have a good... Hey, amen. Well, thank you, Zadi. I agree with you. America does have amazing people. And I think that Donald Trump is just, unfortunately... he lied to people and he preyed on people's willingness to trust. Nah, I'm just gonna call you Wag, man. That's your name now, bro. Sorry. The name you have is kind of weird anyways. The Von Wag? What the fuck does that even mean, man? Oh, you see reckless Democrats spending for a living. Well, be lucky you live under a Democrat, because if you were in a Republican state and the roles were reversed, unfortunately, you would be fired. Hate to tell you. I disagree with you. I think most politicians are good people that want to represent their country. I even think that about a lot of Republicans. Yeah, eventually they'll come up with something, T. Cruz. Hopefully. God, I mean, this is weak sauce, truly. Yeah, you don't get the point, though, my friend. You're not a Democrat. Oh, shit. Bald Leopard is about to throw it the fuck down. Oh, to start. Damn, I thought, Bald Leopard, no offense, I thought you were about to, be like, to start and then put a huge ass message. I thought that would be funny. But I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't really like the idea of making like a lot of money and stuff like that. Like, I just enjoy talking about politics. And can you ban me? No, we don't ban people here. Yeah. And specifically you, I'm going to make sure my mods know not to ban you. Bill Gates, Yeah, send that dude to prison. Fuck him. No allegiance to any party here, but I hate Democrats and I see Democratic fraud happening all the time. Everyone loves money. Well, I'm not a shill, so sorry about that. Anyways, I'm gonna continue onward. Hopefully you guys are able to talk about the video. I doubt it, but maybe we can make some progress. Maybe we can expand that MAGA brain cells, expand those brain cells. We can really help them with their ADHD. That's the hope. No, I'm biased. I think the Democrats have a far more cohesive agenda, and they, most of the times, look out for the American people. I don't hate Dems. Give me one verse worth voting for. Mark Kelly. Look him up.
You don't want to jump to
conclusions. Oh, sorry, guys. For some reason, that didn't connect. Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry you guys had to hear that. Well, for some reason my headphones, they seem to be having a, what are my pronouns? He/him. I mean, is that like an own? I don't know. Where's them Epstein files, bro? Two can play at that game. Where's those Epstein files, bro? I always thought the, like, what are your pronouns thing? It's like, Jesus, bro. Can you give the culture war a rest? It's total chaos right now. Yeah, unfortunately, that is how these things run. But I appreciate you stopping by my channel. Funny how we MAGA, I mean, I don't think you've kicked my ass. How did you kick our ass to the curb? We've been winning special election after special election. I'm sorry that you guys can't contend with that. We're just, you know, we're so electable, unlike you guys. See, like, here's the thing, Peachwood. I'm sure you were so quiet about Biden during his presidency. I'm sure. Well, see, Donald Trump disagrees with you, man with many U's in your name. He actually thinks ICE needs to be declawed. He actually worked on a bill with Chuck Schumer to make that happen. So Trump disagrees with you, man. How do you feel about that? Does that hurt? Trump runs the country, you dumb cunt. Yeah, exactly. Hit the like and subscribe. Yeah, by the way, if you guys are enjoying the stream, please remember to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel and gets me boosted out there in the algorithm. Yeah, I agree. That's why we talk about him here. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate that. See, Jason's actually out here to help us out, guys. Trump supports ICE, stop lying. Then why did he work on a bill with Chuck Schumer to essentially get rid of masks for ICE, turn body cams on? Like, why did he work on that bill if that's what, if Trump supports ICE, but he doesn't support what they've been doing. Embarrassing. You're embarrassing yourself. You don't even know the facts. ICE went to Compton, California and got kicked the fuck out. I added the fuck part, but yeah, they did. You see, the thing is that it's just, if Trump actually wanted to address the issue, he would provide legal means for these people to become citizens, but he's not, because he just wants to run on this issue. He's trying to, oh my God. So how am I lying? What did I lie about? What did I lie about? Why did he demote the gremlin known as, oh fuck, I always forget his name. He's so forgettable. You guys know who I'm talking about? He looks like your alcoholic stepfather. Is it Greg Bavino? No, it's not Greg Bavino. It's an Italian name. He wants to cancel the midterms. I agree with that, but he's incompetent as fuck, so I don't see it going anywhere. Civil war? Nah. Our union is very strong. Trump is the only one to release the Epstein files. That's actually not true. He hasn't released a large majority of them. And that is actually kind of true, but still not true, because there was some stuff to come out under Biden. But there was an active investigation during Biden's administration, my friend. However, Donald Trump ended that because he's in the files. I mean, that's the real reason. But, Cheese, I would not worry. The U.S. is a strong union. Our elections are incredibly strong. They are incredibly strong. It's essentially 50 different elections that all take place. And so it's why a foreign adversary hasn't been able to hack our elections. They've tried, but they're just not able to do it. Because even if you're able to hack one state, now you're going to have to hack 49 other states' elections. In good fucking luck. Well, no, Trump, unfortunately, Trump, that is true that Trump officially released them. He signed a bill, but he hasn't complied with what the bill says. But we hate each other. I don't hate the other side. I don't hate MAGA, not at all. I think they unfortunately were sold a bunch of lies, and some people have issue with admitting they're wrong. Billionaires are the only, I will agree with you there, that it is very much a billionaires versus the average man problem. Unfortunately, MAGA literally elected a billionaire. Fuck Trump, amen. Anyways, guys, I think we should continue. Although I'm having some fun talking to the chat. Trump is a real N-word. No, he's not. He's a pedophile. Come on. Get your categories straight. I mean, did you guys not see the parts of the files where it literally talks about Trump measuring the size of a girl's vagina with his fingers? Fucking disgusting shit, dude. And that's your idol. That's your idol. Yeah, it is very much right now rich versus poor, but there are ways to address that. For example, we could break up these giant companies like Amazon, Walmart, that completely suffocate any potential for competition. KKK starting up in the Bible Belt? Yeah. Unfortunately, it's very sad to see, but I look to places like my own state, Kansas. We have actually a lot of very liberal politicians. Oh, we've got the Bible thumpers in here now. Let's go. Hey, I have no problem with Christianity as long as you're not trying to put it in my government. Considering you peace read comments, I doubt you read any of the files. I'm sorry, is community engagement bad? I just won't read your comments anymore, okay, Internet Crate? I'm sorry. Unity? Amen, man. Hey, good to see you, Starboy Knight. I didn't realize with the, I didn't realize with the Bible comments, but hey, it's good to see you, man. Anyways. I think we're finally going to continue on now.
And maybe charge somebody like a Don Lemon for something that may not be a crime. I think you're going to be...
Yeah, unfortunately, we are a flawed democracy right now. It's very sad to see, but... Well, I have no idea about that. As Trump said, Jeffrey's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side. Alex Preddy was a badass? Yes, he was. He was protecting our freedom and democracy. He was a fucking badass. Oh God, he kicked the taillight out of an ice fan? Holy shit! Oh my God, domestic terrorist. Domestic terrorist, ladies and gentlemen. I've never done anything bad in my life. Yeah, that I've seen that snow set. I think that is pretty fucking badass. Fuck guys, dude. They're pieces of shit. Get them the fuck out of our community. We don't want them.
Very careful with something like this, because if you're accused of something like this, your life is destroyed. You know, very notable people are now caught up in...
Trump did say, I don't like very smart people don't like me. That's no fault of my own. It's all theirs.
Epstein, those relationships, President Clinton for one, Bill Gates for another.
Oh, I love this dude. Oh, dude, I love him.
Prince Andrew. And, you know,
he's a meme.
You meet a lot of people along the way. Thank goodness I never met him. But it's very likely that most of the people that intersect...
By the way, if you guys are enjoying the stream, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And gets me boosted out there. I love the poorly educated. They are amazing. I'm radical, ladies and gentlemen. I'm radical. Oh my God. By the way, Internet Crate, I'm wondering... Hold on, I'm seeing some similarities between your... Never mind, this is just a conspiracy. And I don't, I won't say my conspiracies.
Didn't know anything about it. And
you are going to be really upset. I love this. Trust me, guys. Trust me. Trust me. It'll work. Just trust me. God. Wolf, if you disagree with me, I mean, it's posted in the goddamn comments. You can come into my Discord and try to match your mind power with mine. You know, if I suffer from TDS, it would be so easy. Say it so I can sue? What the fuck are you... What? Are you okay, Internet Crate? What are you gonna sue me over, man? What's going on? This is why I have live chat replay. Can you see my chats? Yeah, I can see yours. You hear about the MAGA man child that tried to fight a young high school girl? No way. I gotta see that. Nah, you people are exhausting. That's what people who just want to give up say. See, I can say that I'm like better than people like this, right? Because they just want to give up, dude. Like, why do you want to give up on your fellow fucking American? It's so embarrassing. If I truly believed if I was like these people and truly believed shit like this, then I would be in the comments every day. I'd be getting on the Discord. I'm sorry I'm better than you, Scaredy Wolf. I'm sorry I'm better than you, and I'm willing to talk to the other side and engage with their comments. You can't do the same, though. You can't do the same. I'm sorry I believe in my fellow American and don't have to demonize them to satisfy my worldview. No one watches my stuff? I'm seeing 17, but it could change. I'm seeing about 17 people that disagree with you. Think about that. I doubt you could get 17 people to listen to you. If Trump claims immigrants are so dangerous, why does he keep marrying them? I know, right? Like, what's going on there? Trump is a PDF president deporting felons. I know, it's very interesting, right? You're gaslighting? No, I'm telling the truth. Unfortunately, you're coping. Yeah, I know you don't care. We're trying to get you to care. We're trying to get you to care about our democracy, my friend. Unfortunately, it is very apparent you don't care. Some MAGA alpha... I gotta see that. I gotta see that. Does anybody have the link to that? I don't know. It seems to me I do, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. That's what the analytics are telling me. Hey, shout out to Internet Crate. At least we can I appreciate that, man. I do. I hate the idea, like, I would never hate on people's viewership and stuff. I don't really care, because this is just I don't really get to talk about politics much in my daily life, so I enjoy coming on here and talking about it, but shout out, man. Hey, I can go across the battle lines and eat some Christmas dinner with the troopers, you know what I mean? Shout out if you get that reference.
I think it's prudent that whatever prosecutions come, it's done judiciously and carefully, because these are very, very serious allegations. They should be prosecuted if, in fact, there's probable cause that someone did something to a child. But again, you don't want to destroy somebody's life when you jump the gun.
Friend Donald Trump.
Okay, let me ask Benny. I want to ask Benny.
I'm sorry, but why is he on here? Why is this guy is accused, or not accused, he was convicted of, like, corruption. MAGA has chosen to treat their personal integrity and honesty as disposable commodities in service to a self-admitted serial sexual predator assault of women and children. Yeah, I mean, I said it earlier in the stream, but it's very interesting to see. Have a good night, fellas. Keep it gay, America. Amen. Let's go. Have a good night, man. Take care. Hope you sleep well. But, yeah, I said it earlier in the stream, but I do think it's kind of interesting how MAGA went from protecting the children from trans people, I guess, in bathrooms, to now they're protecting the person who's accused of so much wrong. They're protecting the Epstein class. I like that wording, by the way, the Epstein class. That's perfect. Hell yeah, get those gay pride. Let's have a gay pride minute. Let's have a gay pride minute for all my gay Gabies out there. This is a gay pride minute. You can't see it, but I'm extending my hand to you in a girly motion. Gay pride minute. And it's over.
Benny, this. So Benny, it seems to me, I've taken a position on this from the start, that if you distance yourself completely from Epstein after his conviction for being a pedophile, then okay, you've got plausible deniability. You didn't know what kind of guy he was. He was a big socialite, wealthy guy, mixing with the rich and famous and powerful. But then he got a conviction.
Hey, there it is. There it is. Get my trans sisters and trans brothers out there too. We love them. Megyn Kelly called them barely legal. The girls were like 12 to 16. I know, dude. That was a jaw-dropping comment from Megyn Kelly. That was fucking disgusting, dude.
A minor. Okay, at that point, there's no confusion about who he is. And yet we see people like Elon Musk, for example, the richest man in the world, owner of X.
Oh my God, I love this. I had people in my chat saying, no, Elon Musk didn't like Epstein at all.
Has been on a sort of rampage the last few days of trying to justify why he's the knight in shining.
From now on, though, anytime somebody goes after my views, I'm just going to be like, bro, what are you talking about? I see 7 billion people here. Did you say the same when Biden was eulogizing the Grand Wizard of the KKK? I mean, I don't think that was his policy platform to eulogize Grand Wizards. But yeah, that's bad. That's bad. What do you want me to say? Truthfully. Oh, did I go back? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go back on that, guys.
We're here to worship.
The fact that not even Epstein wanted to interact with Elon kills me. Dude, I know. How embarrassing. God, bro. Remember when MAGA claimed that Trump was an informant? Oh my God, that was my favorite part, dude. You have no idea. No, yeah, I remember, dude. It was Mike Johnson. He goes, oh, for all we know, for what we know right now, Donald Trump was actually helping the FBI. He was an informant. Elon even makes sure his own Grok AI creates PDF file content. Yeah, he's getting sued right now by, was it France, I believe? Or was it was one of the European countries. Good on them. You know, they seem to be holding their disgusting crooks accountable. We're not doing that.
Clearly, he thinks they should all be released. Yep. All right, look, Benny, we're running out of time.
Riley, that is really a crazy fucking thing, though, dude. Not even. Epstein wanted to be with him. How about, oh my God, dude, I don't care about the fucking crime bill from the 90s. I'm sorry. Yes, people have done bad things in that regard. But did you even look at like the makeup of the Senate at the time? Did you look at what the conditions were at the time? Did you realize that the 90s were a racist time in general? It's like these people don't think. It's literally incarcerated more young black men than any other legislation in modern history. Yes, Biden's off the hook because he lifted half of the children out of poverty with the American Rescue Plan. Yes, Biden's off the hook because he apologized for that. Jesus Christ, bro. It's like you guys cherry pick. I have a feeling you're a lefty. You're a lefty, aren't you, Kaida? you're disingenuous. No, you're just upset that you don't have more representation in the Democratic Party. And while I can empathize with that, you have to win the primaries, dude. That is not our job to win the primaries for you. If you have a popular candidate that is super progressive, they'll win the primaries, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah, the dude isn't even in office. Who gives a fuck? They love to cherry pick things. What exactly did he do to take children out of poverty? So you're not familiar with the American Rescue Plan. Just say you're not familiar with the American Rescue Plan.
Clinton in the hot tub. There are photos of Clinton.
Yeah, Biden had to fix a bunch of shit. Oh my God, give me a factual example. I would like to know exactly how the money was distributed. Otherwise, what you're saying is invalid. No, you have to prove me wrong. Prove the fact. I can't. You realize what you're doing, right? Are you familiar with actual statistics? Well, it seems like you're not, because you're just grandstanding on something and not providing me with actual statistics. So the same could be said for you. But in case you need to know, I'll let him discover it. I'll let him discover it.
Bill Clinton. Benny, you ready for this? Because I'm not a shill for anybody, Benny. I'll answer your question directly.
Go for it.
I believe that both Donald Trump and Bill Clinton have done some very bad things to young women. But here's the difference between me and you, okay? I don't defend Bill Clinton ad nauseum. You defend Donald Trump.
None of us.
I want, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, I want you held to the highest standard of the law, and I want justice for the victims. I don't play whataboutism. I agree with you that, yeah, Bill Clinton probably did some very bad things as well. But guess what? Bill Clinton
my
is
God.
not the leader of the
Okay, well, if you're not black, if you don't vote for me, what? I have no idea what you're talking about. But, Kaida, have you ever, you know what? Shout out to Kaida. Because I knew that Biden lifted half of the American children that were in poverty out of it, but I didn't quite know how. But I feel like Kaida would be you know what the one-child tax credit was, right, buddy? I've heard of that. Kaida, you make no sense, my friend. Do you know what the one-child tax credit was? Anyways.
And I have yet to see you actually make the case or make a claim that, yeah, Donald Trump.
But you know what? I do shout out because I didn't exactly know how Biden did that. I knew he did it, but I needed to do more research. And I found out it was through the one-child tax credit. Of course I knew what the one-child tax credit was. I just didn't realize that that was implemented through the American Rescue Plan. Why are blacks still struggling at an inhuman rate? How do I have to explain systemic racism to you? Or do you understand that? Oh, I know it's probably a bot, but I like boxing with the bots. It's good to get the talking points out of them, so I know what the talking heads are saying.
Some very bad things with Jeffrey Epstein. I will admit that I wouldn't doubt the fact that Bill Clinton has done that. Are you willing to agree with me?
Hey, shout out to Cerebral Pugilist. I like that name, by the way. It's actually pretty cool. When are you liberals going to stop acting like terrorists? I don't think we're acting like terrorists, bro. You guys are the ones acting like terrorists. Fucking gunning American citizens down on the street. Oh, okay, Kaida. I do have to explain systemic racism to you, it seems.
Some middle ground here and say, yeah, Donald Trump also probably did some.
It reminds me, you guys know the gloves of the pugilist in Skyrim? That's what it reminds me of. Name a place or time in history. Oh my God, bro, I don't know. I'm not a scholar on African American history, bro. Yeah, I agree that African American individuals are marginalized in our community. Jesus.
Will you admit that right now on Piers Morgan?
Violent riots, as in peaceful riots that didn't destroy any property in Minnesota? Jesus, guys. We really have like senior talking points, and now we just know how to combat them. We know that, you know what? We can't be super violent during these protests. Why can Democrats destroy America and Trump is blamed for it? I don't even see how we're destroying America. How many white men in the nation? I'm not here to fight you on fucking African American suffrage. I agree with you. Jesus, fuck off, bro. It's so annoying. It's like he wants to talk about what he wants to talk about. And it's like, okay, man. You can do that in my chat if you want, but died giving blacks freedom more than World War II? What? Yeah? Wait a minute. Are you saying more people died in the Civil War than in World War II? That's interesting. It's an attempt to derail the conversation. I love your approach to it. I mean, yeah, dude, it's just like, what the fuck are you here to talk about? I don't know, man. But yeah, bait used to be believable. I'm sorry, dude. It's just, I just imagine like someone's there typing away on their phone. You don't know about tell me the history of African Americans. Tell me now. It's like, man, you caught me. I don't know. I can name a couple pretty big ones. But I agree with you. It's not taught enough in school, the history of our African American brothers and sisters.
Of course not, because there's no evidence.
Of course not.
Zero.
Because you're a cop, that's why.
But you're saying...
Oh, okay, more Americans died. That is definitely true. I'm sorry, I thought he was just talking people in general. Yes. More Americans died in the Civil War and World War II. I do agree with that. But I'm just going to say, like, all of MAGA, all Republic, you guys are lucky that we were so gracious. I'm just saying, you guys should see how civil wars end up in other countries. You guys are lucky you got to go home. That's all I'm saying. You guys are lucky we didn't do what most countries do with their traitors. Oh, you like black people? Okay, name every black person. God damn it. They always get me with this one. Republicans and MAGA are true Americans. Yeah. I'm sure. Yep, I did personally arrest people for praying at a clinic. I'm embarrassing myself? I don't know about that, man. I think I'm having a good time. Rebel Duster's enjoying it. Rebel Duster doesn't even agree with me on anything. He's enjoying it.
Hold on. Like, when Bill Clinton was leader of the free world, he lied under oath about cheating on his wife with his intern.
Every American is a true American. I agree with that. I love America, and I love the people of America. Thanks for admitting that. Yep, you got me. Fuck. Have you heard of CDs?
Nobody's defending Bill
Like,
Clinton.
I'll respond to that as well.
You know what I think? You know what I think?
Oh, jeez.
Guys,
Oh my god. Listen to this guy. He has got his fist so far up his own ass that I don't think he realizes it. You need to educate yourself on logical fallacies are. You are using them. Bro, come on. I love these types of people. I really do. They're going to ask you to name every American now. Oh my god, he just used straw mans and red herrings. Alright, always question your opinions. Please come in the Discord, because I know that you're so far up your own ass that you're not going to be able to be convinced by the just texting in the chat. Yeah, I know. Bro just learned his favorite debate. Bro just learned how to debate in high school, and now he's trying to bring that into the real world. Yes, exactly, T. Cruz. Very much an actually type. Oh, geez. They're mad that we're having a fun time making fun of them, guys. Look at this. You laugh and joke, yet no logical argument. Cry harder. 5 white males, extreme Egypts and Morgans, but what the fuck is going on in this chat? Welcome, my friend. This is the war zone. How much do I weigh? That's a weird question. I think I weigh like 185. That's weird, bro. This stream looks like cancer. Better than you could do. What are you talking about? Dude, you realize George Soros paid like $10 million for this right here, right? Keep going, you vindictive. My opinion's that you are nothing more than a low IQ pleb. Bro. This guy's popular at parties. Bro's gonna bust out the calipers next.
Here's the bottom line with Trump and Bill Clinton. I think the level of embarrassment about their association.
Bro, I'm sorry. I love the actually types. They really are my favorite. I need to get one in a, what is that emoji? I don't know. I was kind of wondering that myself. I thought it was like maybe someone, from here it looks like someone crying, but I don't think that's what it's supposed to be.
With Epstein is not different.
Somebody's caught feelings. Tell him your turn on, turn offs. That dude is creepy asking about your weight. I know. It's so fucking weird, bro.
Actually. Rod, what would you like to say before I just go to Benny for one last word about your investigation in California? So, Rod.
No, I think the record should reflect that of all the people we've talked about in this conversation, Donald Trump is the only one who actually kicked Epstein out.
Trying to size up in your YouTube chat is insane, right? That's like the other day, or about a month or two ago, my fellow streamer Kalinda was in a debate with this dude named Fire, and he asked her BMI. It's like, that's fucking weird, bro. Don't ask that.
And barred him from Mar-a-Lago when he learned that there
I
were
really don't know what that. Yeah, you know what? That might be what it is. But then it's like, I don't know.
To think that there was some creepy.
I'm having a
activity
good time.
It's true.
Donald Trump did that. Bill Clinton
you
did,
know
and
what,
nobody
Rod?
else did. Yes.
I think it's a reasonable point. I just think the bottom line for Trump is he appears to have distanced himself from Epstein.
Oh, I didn't even notice what. I mean, to be quite honest, if that is what it is, that's amazing. That's beautiful. You know what I mean? That's beautiful. I don't even see where, like, to me, it looks like I have a computer screen, or I'm not watching on a computer screen. I'm watching on a TV screen. So if that's what it is, I mean, hey, that's sick. I'll take that.
And I do think that gives him a better position.
I thought it was someone
defending
crying.
himself
So
than the ones who carried on, because, you know, if you carry on seeing a guy when he's convicted of being a pedophile, it means you don't care that he abuses underage kids. Period.
Right.
Benny, I just want to end very quickly.
there we go.
With this extraordinary
A community. It takes a community.
video you put up.
Yeah, I've heard BMI is just not even real. I have heard it's like a weird kind of meta science type deal.
About exposing a massive fraud in California.
Not
To summarize it
meta-science.
quickly.
I thought you were gonna say
Pseudoscience.
the one he defended Elon Musk going associating with Epstein that he posted yesterday.
Everyone.
Here's some logic for you. Gay and G. What could that possibly mean? Did you mean to send that, Matthew?
I guess we got
Everyone-
confused about which video. You can address either one, Ben.
All right, Benny.
What-
I called it
As-
meta
as-
science.
As Piers just
Yeah, I've heard it's like, I have heard it does have like weird roots like that. Kind of like how Kellogg's was invented to stop masturbation. That's not the true story, but
Yeah, you defended
gays are
Elon.
hurting America. Well, I think you're hurting America by making it a less safe place for people who are different than you. And you're not gonna, I'm just gonna say, like, bro, you're not gonna win this fight. Like, even if I just want to go, like, with history, the people oppressing other people are never gonna, they don't win the fight, you know? Jesus. Wait, what with the Kellogg's? You haven't heard that? Well, Kellogg's was invented
emailing
Yesterday, you
someone
said
is
he's
by a extremely conservative group. Like, I forget the exact story, but it was something about his brother made some lumpy cereal and left it out for the night and came back and ate it. And it's like, what's going on? You are a perfect example of why you guys lost the popular vote and need illegal immigrants to pick up the votes. I miss when liberals were smart and could articulate their views coherently. Always question your opinion. You literally don't have the balls to even go on somebody's Discord. I'm sorry, bro, but I just gotta call it out. Like, if this guy was all about it, he'd be in my Discord schooling me in front of all my chat. But he's just not. Christians are definitely the most persecuted group in history. Why do you care about someone else's sexual preferences? Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why people do that, to be quite honest. I don't have a Discord. Well, download one. You're not providing any real arguments. You know that, right? Your past comment could have been shorted down to, you're a doo-doo head, that's why you guys suck, and need illegal immigrants to vote for you. Not you. Okay, yeah, I got that. My bad. But yeah. Yeah, I don't get why people care about people's sexuality. It really does frustrate me because I thought we had moved past this. I really thought we had. Like, I thought the era of homophobia was over. We had people coming in, like Republican spaces that were gay. Till next time, later, Chad. I'm probably about to end the stream myself after this video, because I am getting kind of tired.
emailing somebody isn't a crime. I think we should be focused on crimes when it comes to Epstein.
Which is the wildest party?
Like,
when is the wildest party?
It doesn't mean he committed any crime. Doesn't mean he committed any crime.
The wildest party. So you did not lose the popular vote? When did I ever claim that? You're fighting. See, now this, always question your opinions. This would be a straw man, actually. You want me to actually point out a straw? You want to see an actual straw man? It's what you just fucking typed. That's a straw man, my friend. Congratulations. You have become your own meme. I also do not like MAGA. Well, that's good. Congrats.
This is all innocent, like Benny did in his
Dude,
YouTube
I
video
know.
yesterday.
T. Cruz, right? Why do they all call him daddy? It's weird.
He continues to shill.
Explain why. I never once said that we won the popular vote. Yet in your message here, you say, so you did not lose the popular vote, ? Implying that I said that. I didn't say that. Yeah, he's lying. I know. He's like, I am a liberal. He's like a Tim Pool liberal. You know what I mean? I'm a Tim Pool liberal.
Or the Russians. And peddle just absolute
I want to give Benny the chance to. I want to give Benny the chance to talk about very quickly his investigation in California. Benny.
How, dude? T. Cruz is not projecting. What? It's like this man just went to his first therapy course.
So California is the epicenter of—
Yeah, like I admit there were issues with Kamala's campaign. You know, I don't necessarily blame all of that on her. I think, unfortunately, we were contending with this huge media apparatus. And, I mean, I don't think Harris was that bad. She just didn't have a lot of time, and I do admit the left needed to be on the media more, and we just weren't on new media as much. We're getting on there now, obviously, with Piers Morgan and stuff like that, but I think we need to expand it a little more. But I understand, you know, I understand not feeling like the Democratic Party had your back at the time. But I would say, look at what we're doing now. You know, now we're talking about Medicare. We're fighting for affordability. I love Black Sabbath. Long Beach Arena sold out. Hey, have a good time. The Gallant Ground Frog. I know you did just do a King Drum, but I fucking love Black Sabbath. They're my favorite, dude. Yeah, they think liberals love Bill Gates. I'm not a fan of Bill Gates, man. Like, cool that I'm glad he helped distribute vaccines, but that man has done quite a bit of bad stuff in his life. And I'm not excusing him for his disgusting shit he's done in the Epstein files. Who doesn't like Black Sabbath, right? Bro, they're dope.
All fraud. They spend $31 billion on their homeless crisis. That's $170,000 per homeless person. And the result of that is that homelessness
that'd be like saying Zeppelin
exponentially
sucks. Amen,
in
dude.
California, as has federal funding of the homeless
like,
crisis.
Bro, have you fucking heard War Pigs? Come on. How can you listen to War Pigs and tell me they're not some of the best goddamn... They're not the best, one of the best groups on this planet. Dude rhymed masses with masses and made it hit. That's all I'm saying.
California, those dollars are being stolen in amounts that are staggering. That makes Somali fraud and
all right, shout out to Matthew Roman Anti-Semitism is a form of bigotry, in case you guys weren't aware. Jeffrey Epstein was a typical Jew, he says. That's pretty fucking gross. It's not hard.
And it's time for a full-scale federal investigation.
Like, what the fuck, bro? Come on. Do you really have to say shit like that? I mean,
uncover
not have you pegged for even knowing that song? Oh, I'm not really that big of a fan of L Jews. I mean, I guess it's not as anti-Semitic. Oh, okay. It's just his alt account. Okay, got you. Got you. Okay. He just got mad I timed him out. Buddy, I timed you out. Come on now. Don't be upset just because I kicked you for being anti-Semitic. You can come back later, man. I really do fight against the anti-free speech crowd. Come on now, guys. I allow a lot in here. I allow so much in here that people typically kind of wonder what's going on in my chat, but I like it. Yeah, sit in the corner and think about what you've done. The Jews do not own everything in the world. I say brother in Christ as a meme. I'm not a Christian at all, dude. Not at all. Maybe I should stop doing that because, unfortunately, I don't think people get the irony. And that's okay. I understand not getting it. Honestly, I use it so much at this point. People probably do think I'm like a Christian or something.
Dollars of theft. This comes on the heels of
Chat of Chaos and Discord. I like that. I think I'm going to make that the tagline. Shout out to SBC, by the way. He's been here since the very start. Or they've been there. I don't know their gender, but they're super cool.
In California.
February 3rd, 1959, the day music died? I don't know. Well, guys, I think I'm going to need to be getting out of here. Unfortunately, Rebel Duster, I like the emojis you're sending in chat. They're very memeable. But I do have to get out of here. I'll be streaming tomorrow morning, so you guys can look forward to that. Well, I don't know if there's any more moments. Yeah, it kind of ends off there. So, and then Piers gets to interview someone on the I think that's powerful, T. Cruz. I really think that is. Well, yeah, I'm gonna head out, guys. I'm getting rather tired, and I gotta get ready for tomorrow's stream. You know what I mean? We need to start watching PBS NewsHour a little bit more. Oh, Daddy Faux Life, don't act like you haven't been listening very intently. But yeah, I'll be live tomorrow at 10 a.m. where we'll be, I'm sure, talking about more Epstein file coverage. I'm sure that's gonna be, we're still parsing through the files. Can you believe that? There's that much shit. Anyways, guys, I will be live tomorrow. Make sure to, I'm going to try not to do outro music. I'm just going to cut it. Because apparently it gets my viewership out there. So, John Stewart 2028. Amen, dude. Anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow. Until then, peace.